everybody. I'm Steve Marshall. Deon Amade is alongside, and we are excited to bring you all the action tonight between these two 6A Division I schools. A contrast in styles tonight, Deon.
Yeah, very different. Both of these offenses going to be interesting to watch, so we should have a good one, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as the program goes on.
All right, we'll also be watching the weather tonight, so stick with us. We're going to take an opening timeout and come back with your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's more in Yukon coming right up.
Weoki's Kick for Cash is back for its 8th year, and we want high school students to kick for cash. Weoki has given away over $20,000 to Oklahoma City area students. Look for the Weoki Money Booth at your high school and register to kick for cash during the Ford Game of the Week. High school students can win $500 from Weoki just for kicking an extra point. High school students, don't miss Weoki's Kick for Cash.
Are you ready to love where you live? Discover the communities of Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Charming historic architecture takes you back to a simpler time, yet with all the modern amenities. These walkable communities in Edmond are designed so you can get to know your neighbors the old-fashioned way. Our Residence Club features a state-of-the-art fitness studio and indoor and outdoor party spaces. Come see and feel the vintage craftsmanship at the communities of Town Square. You'll love where you live.
And welcome back, everybody, and welcome, as we said earlier, to Moore School Stadium as we are all set to bring you high school football action at its finest. The Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. The Moore Lions, they're ready to bust through that inflatable helmet down there, taking on the Yukon Millers. Deon, at the start of the show, you talked about the difference in style between these two teams.
Yeah, and it's primarily on the offensive side. Right now, you're looking at Yukon. They run a little bit of that flex bone offense, so you're going to see a lot of running, a lot of trickeration as far as the backfield. These guys, for Moore, they're going to have to be disciplined with their eyes and make sure you see what's going on and stay on your responsibility. On the other side, for Moore, it's kind of that new age thing where everybody's running that spread offense, throwing the ball all around the yard. So hopefully we'll get to see some great offense, both of them running the football successfully and passing the ball when they need to.
All right, some of the players to watch for this evening for Yukon. Number 37, Makari Slaughter, just a sophomore.
Yeah, this sophomore is fast and electrifying, okay? We've seen him in a couple of games. He's young, but youth and experience, it's not all the same in high school. If you're fast and you're electric, you can do some things, and we're looking forward to seeing him do some things tonight.
He runs a 4.4 40 and a 10.8 100-yard dash. For Moore, a name that we should be familiar with by now, Daniel Highshaw has had quite a career as a Moore Lion.
Yeah, a guy who started as a sophomore and has improved year after year after year. And this being his senior year, I'm excited to see him play and see how impressive he is in his last campaign as the starting quarterback for the Moore Lions.
For Yukon, they played their opener and defeated Edmond North by a final score of 21-13. But they got hit pretty hard last week by a very good Mustang team and lost that game 38-0. For the Moore Lions, they opened up with the always familiar Moore War last week, and they fell to Westmore by a score of 44-35. The Lions take the field. Brad Hill is their head coach, and he has apparently turned things around here at Moore. It had become a program that really just wasn't winning for probably close to a decade or more, and last year they were able to get that record righted, and they're hoping for big things this season.
Yeah, making the playoffs last year was a big thing for them, and they want to continue on that success this year. I mean, they got the right athletes to do so. Hopefully they can put on strong performances and execute between the white lines.
As we said, one thing we will watch other than the football game is supposed to be the weather. They moved up the kickoff on tonight's game due to the possibility and likelihood of some severe weather maybe moving into the area. So they got the hour quicker start. Hopefully we can get all the game in without interruption, and everybody gets home safe as well. So Moore and Yukon, the Lions won the toss. They will receive, as we're just about ready to go here tonight at Moore School Stadium. Hope everybody enjoys our telecast and our webcast here this evening.
The good news for you, Steve, is I know how much on Thursdays you look forward to seeing me. You just got to see me an hour earlier today. How about that?
I count my blessings every single week. I really do.
All you can do is wish and hope.
Worked out well for us. Here we go. Yukon is all set to kick it away. Taking care of the kicking duties. Looks like number 3, Cody Watson, will approach the football and see how far he can drive it. Good kick, good strong leg. That's going to go out of the end zone, way out of the end zone, and they'll set it up at the 20-yard line. And, you know, that's something that's forgotten a lot of times. You got a high school kicker that can put it all the way through. No return, no worries from special teams.
That kid put that thing in the back of the end zone. He almost hit the back pylon over there.
He really did. Got a good ride into it. All right, so we'll get to see this Moore offense as they take the field first. And as we mentioned, the quarterback, the trigger man, is Daniel Highshaw. Last week he had quite a game. He had 12 attempts rushing the football, picked up 75 yards, scored 2 touchdowns, was 18 of 24 passing, and threw for 3 other touchdowns. He's a Kansas commit, and we are set to go as he gets instructions from the sidelines. Out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, and then throws a quick dart over the middle. Look out, he could go. Number 6 with the football, Brandon Gerard. They're not going to catch him. No flags on the play. How's that to open up your game of the week?
And that was an excellent read by Highshaw. Just a quick slant. And you can see the safety was already creeped up, trying to add an extra defender in the box so they can defend the run. Throws it with his arm, and it's a touchdown for Moore.
Wow. We talked about the speed of one of the Yukon players, but how about what we just saw from Mr. Gerard? Take a watch again.
You see the quick slant come across the middle, and there's no safety back there to defend him, and because of that, he picks up a good blocker, takes it all the way down the sideline, and goes in for 6 just to match his jersey number.
Extra point attempt is blocked. Sneaking through there for Yukon, number 2, Nate Hahn. And I think somebody forgot to block him because he had that one well under control. So the Lions' very first play from scrimmage, they go 80 yards for the touchdown as Highshaw hooks up with number 6, Brandon Gerard. The extra point is blocked, and here we go. We've already started. One play from scrimmage and 6-0, and you take one more look.
Yeah, take another look at it. You see the safeties creeped up inside the box right here, just picking up a good block on the outside, and look at the speed. Going down the sideline, and there was nobody in the neighborhood.
Well, that gets the Moore fans excited, obviously. The Moore marching band, cheerleaders, Pom Squad. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight. The original high school in the Moore area. And of course, since then they added Westmore. I believe that was in the late 80s, 88 or so. And then adding Southmore 20 years later to make up the 3-school school district. Taking care of the kickoff duties is number 44, Carlos Soto. He's a senior. About an exciting start. The only thing that would have beaten that would have been a kickoff return for a touchdown. 80 yards, and the Lions have the early 6-0 lead. Not sure if they're waiting for the official to blow the whistle as though everybody's ready, or if they're looking to the sidelines for the coach. And through the flag.
Flag on the play. Delay of game.
Did delay of game on the kicking team. 5 yards, re-kick.
Yeah, it looks like there was maybe a little bit miscommunication between the kicker and the coaching staff. It looks like he's trying to tell some of the players on the sideline right now.
So now they will kick it away from the 35-yard line. And to further the problem of the penalty, they kind of showed what it is that they wanted to do with that high type onside almost kick. Try to kick it into no man's land. And so Soto will approach and this time kick it away. High and short. Bearcats called for right at the 25-yard line. Taken there by number 34 for Yukon, and that is Carson Preach. As we take a look at the offense for the Yukon Millers tonight, looking to improve upon their 1-1 record on the season. Jeremy Reed is their head coach. And the flex bone. Did you ever have to play against the flex bone or anything similar to that?
A couple of times in my day, and it was all in high school. And it's an interesting offense to prepare for. You just got to be disciplined and keep your eyes on your keys, because you could be going one way and looking the next.
First play, handoff, full back up the middle. Looks like he's going to get about 3 yards on the play. And as we check the numbers, the quarterback, Braden Dutton, has only thrown 13 passes in the first 2 games total, and only 2 of those have been complete. The running back that we'll watch for is Makari Slaughter. He's had the big week. Actually, they have 3 players that have already rushed for over 100 yards on the season. Quarterback is Levi Davis, number 11. Check that. Get all my notes straight. Gain of 3 on the play. Quarterback going to keep it this time, turns it back in towards the middle. Maybe gets a yard, but that's it.
Levi Davis, the ball carrier.
And as we were talking to head coach Reed,
Number 21.
he explained to us it's very important for the offense to get a good start on the offensive line and with the quarterback. He says he's got to make excellent reads if this offense is going to run to the success that he wants it to.
3rd down and 6.
So 3rd and 6 now for the Millers. Put a man in motion. Pass play, going to go up top. Got a receiver open, but just beyond his outstretched hands. It was there, Dion.
It was there, and I think the timing between the receiver and the quarterback was a little messed up right there. I mean, it was a one-step drop, and he just let it fly, overthrows. He actually had 2 guys open there on the same side of the field. Tight end was open on the hash marker. Wide receiver open outside the numbers, and he just overthrows it.
29-yard line of the Millers of Yukon.
So an apparent punting situation. You can see coaches, quarterback Levi Davis talking about that and what they need to do next time. Here's the punt. Puts it away in fine fashion. Takes a Yukon bounce. But still should leave more with some pretty good field position as they're going to down it at the 33-yard line. And that's where the Lions will take over 1st and 10. They went 80 yards on the very first play of scrimmage in this contest. And they own the early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Yukon can defend it differently defensively, if they're going to still cheat up that safety and try to add an extra defender inside the box.
Yukon defensively getting some last-minute instructions from their coach. Number 10 for Yukon, you can see there one of their leaders is Cade Peters. Highshaw is going to keep this one. You can see how shifty he is. He gains 2 yards and then he is driven back. Good form tackles. He wrapped him up and dropped him on his backside. Give him maybe 3 on the play.
Up to the
Yeah, and Coach Jeremy Reed mentioned his linebackers to us before this contest, stating that this is the unit that needs to be the catalyst for the defense, somewhat of the more physical, smarter bunch of all the position groups they have on the field, and they're counting on them to make a lot of plays for them.
Empty backfield. Motion man is Gerard, who caught the touchdown pass earlier. He's going to take it on the jet sweep this time, and he's got the corner and 1st down yardage.
Number 6, Brandon Gerard.
He can stop right now, and he's already had a good night.
Yeah, he certainly has, doing a good job of picking up some good blockers over there on the outside and just following that alleyway and getting up the field, getting the 1st down for the Lions.
We're going to spot him out right at midfield. So a pickup of about 14 on the play. That is the first down of the contest. Quarterback turns the wrong way, or the running back went the wrong way. Either way, Highshaw is going to be dropped in the backfield. Miscommunication on that particular play.
Highshaw Jr. with the ball. Stopped by number 53.
Yeah, and you can see that was a bust from the jump start right there. Good job by Yukon capitalizing on that and
47-yard line.
getting in the backfield for a tackle for loss.
And 13.
Right now, defensively, you can kind of see what Yukon's kind of keying on right here, trying to force Highshaw to make plays with his arm. You can see it's cover 4, and you're seeing those safeties, especially that backside safety that's on the trips receiver side, coming in very close to the box and trying to make plays in the run game.
2nd and 13. Jet sweep, Gerard to the other side this time. Gets midfield to the 45 to the 40. He's got enough for a first down. There is a flag, however, back at the 41-yard line. And it looks like this thing's coming back.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a holding
Against the Lions.
On one of the blockers for the Moore Lions.
Number 33, Colin Grokey, and number 42 is Chaz Bradley.
As we can see here early, Gerard getting the workout. 5'10", 146, he's just
against
a junior.
the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
And that's unfortunate. It's a 10-yard penalty at the spot of the foul because that foul was pretty far in the backfield when it took place.
So 2nd and very long now for the Lions as Highshaw takes the snap. Little bubble screen out to the right side, complete. And a nice pickup on the play there as he throws the pass to number 11. That's Jace Gardner, 6', 209 senior. And a nice tackle there by Nate Hahn for the Millers.
The ball now at the 37-yard line. 3rd and long.
So they still have quite a long ways to go, even though they picked up some good yardage on that one. They need to get to the Yukon 40-yard line. Right now from their own 37. As Highshaw drops to throw. Wants to go deep downfield. Nearly intercepted. In the hands and then out of the hands of number 42. That's Chaz Bradley.
Yeah,
an incomplete pass.
And it seemed like a little bit of miscommunication right there because there are 2 receivers for the Moore Lions in the same spot of the field, almost 3 essentially. And because of that, it brings over 3 cover guys, and that was a dangerous situation. Yukon almost was able to capitalize off of that.
So now punting situation apparently for the Lions. Coming in to take care of those punting duties is Kelton Walker. He's a junior, and dropping deep for Yukon, number 21 is Caden Hernandez. Left-footed kicker gets off a high kick. Fair catch called for, taken right at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Millers will put it in play on their 2nd possession of the ball game. Early on, it's Moore on top. They lead Yukon 6-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll be back.
Drive the new Ford Ranger today with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 total savings. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everybody. We are in Moore tonight. Thanks for joining us a little bit early. Hopefully you got the social media text, whether via Twitter or other means. Make sure you have that address listed at YurView. That's YurView. And of course, we'll also have the replay of this game available for you, as well as the rest of the high school football season right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. First down play is going to pick up about 6 rather, for Yukon. They look to get something going here offensively after going 3 and out in their first possession.
Yeah, and that's primarily what this offense wants to do. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. That's all they need to pick up a first down and keep the drive going.
Here's the pitch to the right side. Has some running room. Looks to the lane. Nice move to get outside and the first down. And finally taken down in Moore territory. And you got to see the shifty moves of their quarterback, and then handing it off to the tailback there, number 37, as he was able to move it up the field. And that, of course, is our player to watch, Makari Slaughter.
Yeah, you can see that shiftiness of him as well, as he darted to the inside and got to the outside to pick up a couple more yards and pick up a nice first down for the Yukon Millers.
Just inside Moore territory, fullback up the middle, keeping it, fighting his way, breaking tackles, loses the football, loose football. Looked like the Lions may have had it, or did Yukon get back on top of it? Still sorting through the pile there. And Yukon apparently giving the signal that they do have it and retain possession. That's how you want to see your fullback run, though, don't you?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. It's just an excellent run before the fumble takes place. Look at him running through tacklers, and then number 28, Marcus Morris, comes to the backside and just punches the ball out as he's going in to wrap up the ball carrier.
So a first down for the Millers. They have it at the 25-yard line. Landon Donahoe with the young man on the carry there, and this time right side, and the pile keeps moving forward. So Yukon, after going 3 and out their first drive, got something put together here. Very close to a first down, making second and short.
Yeah, and this flex bone offense, that back in the middle right there, right behind the quarterback, that's the B back. That's the one with the power and the strength to get through that offensive line.
23, the ball carrier.
Gain of about 3 or 4 on that play.
And it seems like they're having a lot of success with that power play right there in between the tackles. This drive alone, they've been picking up 5 or 6 yards every time they've ran it. This time it gets them a first down, and they're inside the red zone.
Line of scrimmage now at the Moore 13-yard line. That was a play designed to draw the defense offside, and that's going to be the call.
Offside, Moore.
And you can kind of tell that defense is getting used to that snap count at that point. You saw the A-back going in motion and then pausing and going back. That's the kind of the timing of the play, where you see him stop and where you see him say hut. It's normally how the timing of that offense rolls, and the defensive line anticipating that now, trying to get a little advantage, they jump off sides.
So first down and 5. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, as they're going to run it to the corner, coming to the near side and fighting for the end zone, lunging for the end zone, but coming up just a bit short.
Hernandez, the ball carrier.
Hernandez, the ball carrier on the play.
Number 19,
Hernandez coming across in that A-back position with some speed, and he might have gone in if number 37, the opposite A-back, Makari Slaughter, doesn't miss that block right there. You saw he ran in with full speed, thinking that the runner was right behind him, he was going to miss him.
First and goal from the 2. Keeper by the quarterback. Line judges come into the fray. No signal yet. And now they are giving a touchdown signal, and he did get in for the touchdown. And Yukon, for the moment, has tied it up with an opportunity to take the lead.
And just a picture-perfect drive for Yukon, and that flex bone offense just doing a good job of running strong, running physical, then getting it to the outside, picking up some great blocking, and then getting it into the end zone on a quarterback sneak. And you see that the swinging gate right now. Ball snapped over his head, trying to make a play. He's going to go down.
11 with the ball. Levi Davis.
So each team has scored a touchdown, but neither is able to convert. And with 4:28 left to go here in the first quarter of play, we are all tied up at 6 apiece.
You can see Yukon thought they had the number on that swinging gate right there, trying to operate, but just snapped over the quarterback's head, and you can't get anything done after that.
So after the touchdown, Yukon will now kick it away. The tie score here, 4:28 left to go. Even though we have some forecasted weather moving into the area, you can still see the flags at the east or west side of the end zone that are blowing and maybe starting to shift a little bit, and quite possibly bringing some weather this way.
Yeah, but before the game started, we got a chance to talk with both of the head coaches, and I got some of the keys for Yukon. They wanted to make sure that there was no penalties. They wanted to play disciplined football. That's kind of their on brand for them. They also wanted to tackle well on defense. That's something that they haven't done so much early in this game. And number 3 is, and we can double check that one as they're about to do it right here, play clean on special teams. I think it's going to be a close ball game, and if they can get an advantage on special teams, they could get the win.
Well, the kickoff went off, and I was wondering if they were going to slow down because one guy was
5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
Obviously offside, so they will move it back 5 yards. That kick, the first one went clean through the end zone. That one was halfway deep, so probably would not have tried to run it out. Now the opportunity for a run back becomes a little more relevant, unless he's got the big league leg like that.
Yeah, I think he'll still be able to put it inside the end zone. What do you think, Steve?
It'll be in the end zone. I don't know that he's going to get it out of the end zone on the backside, but we'll see. He's got a good strong leg. We saw that in the first attempt by Cody Watson.
Check out the air that he puts underneath these kicks right here, giving his kickoff team time to get down there and make a play.
Taken at about the 7-yard line, looking for a gap, and taken down. And number 23 for the Lions on the return, that is Jaden West.
Number 34, Carson Creech.
And they'll put the line of scrimmage at about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Yeah, tackled over there by number 34, Carson Creech.
32-yard line.
Nice form tackle.
For the Lions as their own 32.
So here come the Lions out once again with their 3rd possession. First one was a touchdown. Then they had to punt the next one away. Here's a pass play down the middle, got a receiver. It's Gerard again, and they're not going to catch him. No flags. Touchdown, Lions. Great execution. And that's impressive.
It really is, doing the same thing except for on the other side this time. You see a 20 personnel, 2 backs in the backfield, 0 tight ends, 2 receivers out to the wide. That slot receiver comes across the middle and sneaks behind the safety once again, finds the honey hole, and Highshaw does a good job of just putting enough air on it, just a little teardrop in there, and number 6, Brandon Gerard does the rest.
Perfect pass, as you mentioned, put it right where nobody else could get it.
And he just floated that thing in there. He didn't put too much.
Free kick. And I got caught up in the play action. I thought that he had handed it off, so he did a good job concealing the football, maybe holding some of the defensive backs steady, and then he gets loose deep.
And I think you're not the only one that got caught up in the backfield. Some of the linebackers did as well. They make it a false step going forward and making that hole a little wider for Gerard to take advantage of it.
Extra point attempt is blocked. Didn't get much elevation on that one, and so 2 touchdowns for the Lions, but unsuccessful on their extra point attempts. So with 4:11 remaining in this first quarter of play, here's another look at the touchdown.
You can see the safety just loses his man right there. Backside safety isn't there to help. And the speed of Garrard does the rest. You can see that turnover as he picks him up and puts him down faster than the rest of the guys.
So a good job there for the Moore Lions to get into the end zone. I want to remind everybody that, hey, it's Thursday, and that means we have more action coming your way tomorrow night. The fourth game of the week presents the Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl. This year, they're meeting at Union Tuttle Stadium. Mid-First Bank Yard Bowls are always fun, and of course, you know it will be again tomorrow night. The Trojans and the Redskins come up with this year. What do they do? I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. Join us tomorrow night to find out. Game time for the Mid-First Backyard Bowl is 7 p.m. on YurView Channel 3. So they have Gerard listed at number 6. It's 5'10", 146. But he could certainly, he's got some wheels.
Yeah, that 146 does move pretty fast on this green turf.
Here's a short kick, angled towards the sideline at about the 19-yard line. They call for a fair catch. Looks like they're going to maybe spot it right at the 20, and that's where Yukon will get it 1st and 10. So 12-6 our score. Got 3 touchdowns in the game and unsuccessful on all 3 extra points for both teams. Quarterback is Levi Davis. He's a junior, 5'11", 205.
The quarterback for Yukon, number 11, is Levi Davis.
Motion man. Gives to the fullback straight ahead for 2-3 yards perhaps, not much more. Good job of the Lion defense up front.
Yeah, just good job by the defensive line at the point of attack, not letting any penetration by the offensive line push them back.
By number 63.
Other big games going on this week we'll tell you about here as the night progresses. Second down and 7. Pitch going to the far side of the field, looking for some running room. That is Bakari Slaughter. He is the sophomore, and if he gets past you in the secondary, you might as well forget about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good job by that safety, number 19, Jake Cordarbo, coming up and making the tackle. Youngly unblocked player. That is the way it's going to be in this defense. You're going to have to come up and make a play.
Fullback, keeper up the middle. And you know, something that a lot of people may not recognize is Levi Davis, even after he hands off the ball, he still acts as though he has it.
Yeah, and essentially, we were talking about that last week with a friend of mine, Clint. He said a running quarterback, he's not a blocker, but essentially he is, because he takes one man away from the play. That's exactly what they're doing right here. Every time, even if he doesn't carry the ball, he takes the safety away.
New set of downs for the Millers. Slaughter fakes going in motion. Now the pitch coming to the near side. Bobbled it, gets possession of it. He's going to pick up 6-7 yards perhaps across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Good concentration there by number 21, Hernandez, to just be able to hold on to the football and then get up the field. Take another look at the replay. You see him bobbling the ball for almost about 5 yards outside of the backfield there.
Good job there by number 23. That's Jaden West. Wrapping up. Love to see the guys and the kids wrap it up. Make sure that the ball carrier cannot get away from it.
One of the keys of the game, making tackles.
Give this time again to the fullback up the middle. And he's going to get it out across midfield. And again, just a great job of disguising the fact that even though he doesn't have the ball, making the defense think that he does.
Those power plays hit so fast, sometimes it's hard for the defense to decipher who has the ball as far as the option or if it's the quarterback keep. Man.
Nearly jumped offside. Miller's trying to answer back, trailing by 6. in more Lion territory. Slaughter goes in motion, takes the pitch. Running to the far side of the field. Slaughter lowers his shoulders, gets it down to about the 40, perhaps the 39-yard line in more territory.
And that's a great job by Slaughter, just running downhill. You saw him get the edge, and then you could see him dip his shoulder and go north and south very quickly and lean in as he takes the contact.
Give him 7 on that first down carry. Give again straight ahead to the fullback, and he's going to keep on his feet and pick up some nice yardage. Number 22 for the Millers, ball carrier Landon Donahoe. He's a senior running back, 6'1", 200 pounds.
And you're going to have to watch out for Donahoe throughout the contest. You can see he's kind of carrying that ball up high and lifting that elbow a little bit. They teach you to tuck that elbow so they can't poke it up from behind. Watch it. You see what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That elbow comes up. You got to keep that elbow tucked. Keep that ball security tight.
Still gains 7 yards on the play. Substitution in for the Lions. Slaughter in motion. They like giving it up the middle. He's going to be close to first down yardage. Looks like he has enough. And that time you saw that one of the more defensive players, even though I believe that he knew the ball had been handed off, he made sure the quarterback paid the price.
He certainly did. And that's the thing about this. When you're playing defensively and you're playing an offense like this, sometimes you get a little frustrated. You're like, dang it, I thought he had the ball. I was going to hit him anyways.
And he certainly did. That's got to be tough because everybody's using the RPO now or the spread offense, and you don't get a lot of time to prepare for a team like this because you don't see anybody else, especially at the 6A level, playing this type of offense.
And I promise you, during spring football or during fall camp, the defense took some time to practice this offense a little bit because 1 week of preparation just isn't enough.
Quarterback keeper, as he keeps it to the right side of the field, gets inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. Levi Davis tackled there by number 21, Jameis Relaford. And that's the end of our first quarter of play. Moore leads Yukon by a score of 12-6 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout. Second quarter action coming your way.
Weoki's Kick for Cash is back for its 8th year, and we want high school students to kick for cash. Weoki has given away over $20,000 to Oklahoma City area students. Look for the Weoki Money Booth at your high school and register to kick for cash during the Ford Game of the Week. High school students can win $500 from Weoki just for kicking an extra point. High school students, don't miss Weoki's Kick for Cash.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with $8,000 total savings plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Billy Sims makes dinner fast and easy. How, you ask? By using our online ordering tool. Choose from our menu and we'll get your order completed right away. We've been smoking your choices on site for 14 hours, so it's ready when you are. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero. Billy Sims makes dinner fast and easy. How, you ask? By using our online ordering tool. Choose from our menu and we'll get your order completed right away. We've been smoking your choices on site for 14 hours, so it's ready when you are. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero.
Welcome back to Moore School Stadium. First quarter has ended. Yukon driving, trying to tie it up or even take the lead. Looking at a 2nd down and 8. Inside the Lion 20-yard line, straight ahead give to the fullback there, number 23, Cameron Farmer. He breaks the plane of the 10-yard line, gets down to the 9, so that'll leave them with 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see them hit that be-back dive once again. Seems like they've been having some success with it, especially picking up short yardage.
Call it second down and 3 or third down and 3 here. Quarterback. Hands off. They got the first down yardage inside the 10-yard line.
And that's just good, tough running right there. You saw he was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he continued to pump them feet, and Farmer gets the first down for the Yukon Millers.
So that will give Yukon a first and goal situation. Line of scrimmage will be at the Moore 9-yard line. A 4-yard line. See how the Millers want to run it here. Put some wide receivers, kind of an empty backfield look. Haven't seen that all night. Put the man in motion. Little jet sweep coming to the near side. Might have been a face mask in there, but he does get into the end zone regardless, and a touchdown for Makari Slaughter. And the Millers have tied it up with a chance to take a lead if they can convert the extra point.
Yeah, and just playing the numbers game right there, doing a great job of putting some extra blockers with the twins wide receivers to the outside. And they take it in for the easy score. You see the swinging gates up and running again.
See if they're able to make this one work. Quarterback keeps it. He sees that the defensive player committed to the outside man. He keeps it himself and runs it right in. So the Millers have taken the lead as they convert on the 2-point conversion and now extend that score to a 14-12 Yukon lead.
Yeah, you check out this replay right here. You see the extra blocking over there towards the outside, and Slusher just fights his way into the end zone and picks up the Yukon touchdown.
So first play of the ball game from scrimmage was a touchdown. And then Yukon scoring here early in the second quarter of play, make the extra point, the 2-point conversion, and now lead it by a score of 14-12.
I mean, thus far I've been impressed with Slaughter. You can tell the difference between some of the speeds in these backs coming out of the backfield, and he's one that once he gets a full head of steam, he gets his motor running. It's full speed ahead. And then you check out the replay of this 2-point play as the starting quarterback, Levi Davis, just sees an open hole and goes full steam ahead and takes it in for the 2 points.
You know, sometimes you can take somebody that is very fast. As we said, Slaughter runs a 4.4. Has also been timed at 10.8 in the 100. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a good ball carrier or a tough runner, and he certainly does that.
And some of these coaches have to learn that the hard way. Track speed doesn't always translate to football speed when you're putting on the pads and the helmet. But in Slaughter's case, it does.
Well, as expected, a good ball game to this point. The only difference being able to convert on the extra point attempt, the 2-point conversion there for Yukon. Number of plays that they've run, probably 4 or 5 to 1. Yukon, as Moore has shown the ability to score very fast. Here's a short kick, had it, dropped it, picks it up back at the 11-yard line. Being chased there, and he's in trouble. Spins out of 1 tackle, 2 tackles, still on his feet. Oh my, only the kicker to beat. And finally drugged down from behind. That's taking nothing and making something happen.
I mean, just an ability to break tackles, find a hole, and accelerate. Sometimes when you drop the ball like that, it allows you to get the wave of defenders that are coming down to come up even more. So once you pass that first wave, it's nothing but daylight. This time he sees that and gets a big chunk of yards before a Yukon player can track him down from behind.
Jaden West on the return. Broke about 5 or 6 tackles initially after picking up the football. And gets it into Yukon territory. Here's a handoff. Jace Gardner right side. Gardner breaks free. He's into the secondary, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line.
Just a strong run, just a zone play. Gardner sees a hole towards the outside, uses his speed, picks up some blocks, and is able to pick up a big chunk of yards to take it all the way down to the red zone.
A lot of big plays here tonight. As you can see him get to the edge and keep his footing and get a nice gain on the play.
Yeah, just a nice block over there on the outside by number 6. Gardner done a good job of catching some touchdowns, trying to help spring his teammates loose to pick up a couple of their own.
Highshaw going to keep it himself, and Highshaw breaking tackles. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Deuce, as they like to call him, gets the touchdown. And the Lions have retaken the lead.
Yeah, check out this nifty running right here. Just a quick zone read, keeping the ball, breaks the tackle right there, and great balance after contact. And he goes all the way to the back of the end zone. And you know what? You score a couple touchdowns, give everybody a hug. Why not?
Oh, that's great. I hope you had the over on tonight's game.
I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, grind it out, but that's not the way it's turned to here in the early going as Highshaw tries to go for the two-point conversion. He hands it off, and it looks as though they stopped him short. The handoff there going to number 11, Jace Gardner, and that is the end of that play. So we have completed just a little bit over 3 minutes here in this second quarter of play, and Moore has the lead on top of Yukon. They lead at 18-14 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Moore School Stadium here this evening, along with Dion Amade, Andy Casey, Mike Davis. I'm Steve Marshall, the rest of the crew here. So happy to bring you high school football here. A little bit earlier tonight, there is the possibility of some weather, perhaps severe, moving in tonight. So the school officials got together and agreed upon a 6 o'clock kickoff. So if you're tuning in, you're wondering what you've missed. Well, you've missed quite a bit. We've seen a lot of offense so far here in the early going.
Yeah, a lot of it. Both these teams doing a good job of executing. We're happy to see it.
Again, the high, short, onside type kick there. Taking it about the 28-29 yard line, and that's where the Millers will put it back in place. We talked about it at the top of the show. We're seeing two very different defenses, both being very effective so far here.
Yeah, the flex bone that you're going to see here in a second from that Union offense, and excuse me, not Union, Yukon offense, and then that spread offense that's had a lot of success here tonight from Moore.
All right, the Millers come out, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Levi Davis is the quarterback. Keeps it, runs the pitch to the near side of the field. That's not going anywhere. Good job on the read there by the defense, number 29 for Moore. That's Austin Gross. He was one of the first guys in there, in on the tackle.
Yeah, and number 19, Jake Cordova, coming in and making a nice stop as well.
Have an injured Miller down. And they'll tend to him and make sure that he is all good. Probably a cramping situation, at least that's what we're hoping for at this particular point in time. I want to remind everybody this week on YurView's high school football recruiting podcast called Over the Middle, it's probably the greatest high school football rivalry in the country. None other than Jenks versus Union right here in Oklahoma. And it's this Friday. Jeremy is joined by Bob Prisbillo of Rivals.com and Mike Ziegenhorn of YurView as they preview this historic high school matchup. Plus, the guys will hit Oklahoma Sooner recruiting and the class of 2020. All that and more on this week's episode of Over the Middle podcast. Check it out at YurView.com.
You said Mike Ziegenhorn's going to be on the
Mike
podcast?
Ziegen. How about that?
Man, that guy's full of information.
He's everywhere.
I'll have to make sure I check that one out.
Some of the other big games we already know about Union and Jenks. Of course, other games that are going on. According to the Oklahoma City paper this week, the number 1 matchup was in 6A2 versus 5A. That's Dell City against Carl Albert. Carl Albert has won 37 consecutive games. The large school record in the state of Oklahoma is 48. If they make it all the way to the finals, that would break the record held by Wagner. We know about Owasso and Broken Arrow, Jenks and Union. Some of the other games that would draw a lot of attention this week. Game that I'll be calling on YurView tomorrow night on the streaming side of things. We'll have number 6 Edmond Santa Fe playing at number 10 Mustang. So that should be a good contest as well, and many other games in your local area.
That should be a really good one. Edmond Santa Fe. Trace Ford, former Santa Fe player, doing some good things for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Yep. So back to the action. Only a gain of just a few there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long situation for the Millers.
Looks like this Moore defense is finally starting to figure some things out, putting this Yukon offense in an unlikely situation, a 3rd and long. See what they draw up here.
Pitch coming towards the near side. Flag is out. He gets it up to the 35-yard line where the flag was thrown, and I'm seeing an indication from the line judge, and he's saying it is a hold, and that's going to go against Yukon. So Moore may just decline that and bring up a 4th and 5 situation.
And I'd love to see a replay of that, because it's interesting the way Yukon has that one locked up. You see they have those 2 A-backs on the same side, and they put another outside backer outside of them. Just trying to get a numbers advantage.
They're going to decline it.
Holding on the offense. That penalty's declined. 4th down. You got 4th down.
Take a look at the replay. You can see the number advantage. Almost 4 guys up there on the outside. Everybody picking up the blocker. But a good thing that works in Moore's favor is they run it to the boundary side, the short side of the field. So with the athletic ability of the Moore Lions, they're able to pursue fast and get it and be able to stop the 1st down.
So Yukon will have to punt it away. Line of scrimmage at their own 34-yard line. Here come the Lions. It's a high kick. They run into the kicker, but I think he was driven into the kicker by the blockers. This ball is going to roll all the way down to about the 19-yard line. And that'll set up field position for the Millers, or rather for the Lions, at their own 19, leading it by 4.
So finally, one of these defenses get a stop and slow down the offense. It looked like we were going downhill with this rushing attack here for a second there, but good job by the Moore defense, picking up some tackles and forcing them on a 3rd 3 and out.
We're going to spot it right at the 20-yard line. There's a good look there at number 11, Jace Gardner. Quarterback is Daniel Highshaw, empty backfield. Gerard goes in motion. Highshaw shows handoff, but keeps it himself and picks up 7 yards. Good push by that offensive front, because it didn't seem like he picked up 7 yards in the play.
Yeah, and just nice gain as well. They created a new line of scrimmage there, pushing that defensive line back.
So 2nd down and 3 for the Lions, who lead by 4. Line, he stepped out of bounds. Back here at about the 44-yard line. There you can see again the demonstration of the athleticism of Daniel Highshaw Jr.
He's just an incredible athlete. You could see as soon as he got through that first wave right there, there was nobody going to tackle him, and you see him step out of bounds right.
toe
right
tips,
there.
and there's the heel on there, so there was no doubt that he was out of bounds. Those guys do a great job on the field. So they take a lot of pride in what they do. All the guys, the officials, and linesmen, and umpires, and all those guys.
That's a camera shot, too.
Pick up by Gardner, gets 4 on the play. We go under 7 minutes left to go here in this first half.
Number 60 is Connor Columbus, and 94 is Dylan Hawkins.
Well, we are situated in the press box here at Moore School Stadium. We can see south of us. We can see a little bit of east and west, but all the supposed weather that's coming this way is out of our view. So we may get a camera shot of that to see if anything's stirring up there and check radar during our break. Running play, running hard and running through people. Great job there. Once again, it's Gardner.
Oh, Bubba, there goes that man. Look at him as he gets charged up after that big-time run by Gardner, just running through tacklers. That's what you like to see on a Thursday night. Look at it once again. It's his own breed, but Gardner snatches that ball away from Highshaw. This one can't bring him down. That one can't bring him down. It's going to take 3-4 defenders to bring him down as he takes that ball into the red zone. That's the way you run the ball.
He broke 2 tackles, and it took 4 to get him down. More than half of the defense had to combine to get that tackle right there. Good field position inside the 20 now for the Lions. Gardner up the middle, big haul, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for the Lions once again. Jace Gardner having a big night.
Feed the beast, coach. Feed the beast. After a strong run like that, there's no way he can't touch the ball once again, and Gardner takes it into the end zone.
More Lions are showing a lot of offense here tonight. They showed a lot last week. Just that their defense couldn't keep up with the Westmore offense.
It looked like Gardner saw the other side of the ball, the Yukon B-backs in that dive play, breaking tackles and looking like the more physical runners, and he said, oh no, we run the rock here at Moore too, and takes that one all the way down for the Lions touchdown.
Extra point attempt. In for the try here once again is Carlos Soto. Yukon clapping as though somebody on the offensive line moved first. They definitely came across the line. Moore so far is 1 for 3 on their 2-point conversions.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Half the distance, re-kick.
I have to be reminded every year there's no offsides in high school football. It's encroachment. And there's no laterals. There's only backward passes. Got a bunch of referee friends that like to keep me in line with all that. Dr. Lee Master, my dentist, so as he, I'm getting a root canal, he's advising me on all the things I need to say.
Hold on, time out. He's giving you a root canal and correcting you on your...
It's kind of tough, isn't it?
Oh, man.
It's, he's a great guy, known him for a long time, and Jeremy Goodrich, another guy that, I know some of these guys somewhat, and a lot of these guys as well, and it's always fun to get together with them, but they remind me, no offsides, it's encroachment. So I gotta keep that straight. Highshaw gonna keep it himself, and he's gonna walk into the end zone. Literally. We'll take a timeout with our score right now. Yukon on top, or trailing Moore by a score of 26-14 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
State-of-the-art design. Our most advanced suspension system ever. Available third row. And intelligent voice control.
Hey, Mercedes. Change lighting to soft blue.
The 2020 GLE. It's the luxury SUV completely reimagined. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
As Oklahomans, we know all too well what storm season means. Hail and high winds can come fast and out of nowhere. With a legacy of professionalism, superior work, and honesty, Salazar is the most trusted name in roofing. We'll take a look at the damage and provide you with a free estimate. Then you can be confident knowing your home will be secure. At Salazar, our family is committed to taking care of Oklahoma. Salazar, a name you can trust.
Welcome back. As I suggested, we're taking a look there at the northwest part of Oklahoma. The skies darkening as weather has been predicted for this area, thus the early 1 hour earlier kickoff that we had this evening. So that means we're not too far away from getting to halftime here. 5:52 remaining in the first half, and the Moore Lions right now leading Yukon 26-14 as they call for the fair catch on the kickoff. And they'll spot it at the 21-yard line. Yukon has been able to move the football. They just have had a trouble slowing down this Moore offense. So Yukon will get it back with an opportunity to draw a little bit closer here before our halftime comes around. And don't forget, we have our Weoki halftime coming up. Stats and highlights, all kinds of good stuff. Plus the kick for cash, brought to you by the good folks at Weoki. Look at your quarterback, number 11, Levi Davis. 5'11", 205. Tough character himself. Have to be if you're going to run this type of offense. Dropping to throw. Hit as he throws. And the pass is going to be altered a bit there as he took quite a shot trying to get rid of that football. Good pressure by the Moore Lion defense up front. Look once again, looks like somebody coming on the blitz right there. And driving him into the ground, number 64 for the Lions. That is Cruz Garrett. Stop the clock. And Davis surveys the field. Keeps it, pitches it. Getting the corner and then some. Breaking tackles and getting out across the 35-yard line is number 11, or number 37 rather. That's Makari Slaughter, and he gets up a little gimpy. Plus, there was a flag on the play, so that whole play is coming back. That's not something you want to see if you're a Yukon fan, coach, teammate. Hopefully, it's just something he can shake off and get right back in the contest here shortly.
Blocking in the back on the offense. 10-yard penalty, replay, second down.
Penalty will be blocking the back and move the ball back to the 20-yard line.
We saw a Yukon player kind of limp off in a hurried fashion. Now one of the Moore players is number 32 that is down right there. That's Cole Karn, 6'4", 216, and a senior. And that's Jeremy Reed. He's the head coach for these Yukon Millers. I think this is his third year at Yukon. He spent 1 year in Arkansas after winning the 5A state championship at Altus. Second down and 11. As Davis backs out, calls a new play. 5 on the play clock. Motion man takes the pitch, going to the far side of the field, looks for the angle to try to turn it up. They'll get about 5 yards on the carrier. That's Caden Hernandez, number 21. 5'7", 142 is what he's listed at. Good up close look at the Millers, their huddle, their quarterback, Levi Davis. Third down, call it 6. Davis takes the snap, keeps it, now pitches, trying to get to the corner, breaks the tackle, and he's got first down yardage out near the 40-yard line. And another nice carry there by Caden Hernandez.
Caden Hernandez coming out on the stop.
Tackle there, Austin Gross, Cole Karn. Get the replay once again. That stiff arm out there. Runs pretty hard for somebody that's 5'7", 142. Fullback dive this time. They'll get about 3 yards. So you look back at what Yukon has done so far this year. With their victory over Edmond North in week 1, then losing to Mustang last week. Of course, this is all leading up to district play, which I was reminded, since this is not a district game, if the weather does appear, as some think it will, they do not necessarily, they're not really pressed or pushed into making sure they complete this game. Here's a running play to the left side, some nifty moves, getting first down yardage into more Lion territory. And Kate Hernandez again with the big play and a nice pickup. Slaughter had rushed for 172 yards in the first 2 games. Farmer 134. Donahoe 132. Came into tonight's contest averaging 6.3 yards per carry. You don't need to be a math major to know that all you need is 2 regular type plays and you're going to have a first down and go marching down the field. Fullback dive once again up the middle. Look at this run. Good job. It's so tough. That's a nice carry there. Once again, that's Farmer. So they've got a pretty good stable of running backs back there, do the Millers. He's just taking guys not wrapping up. And there you get to see number 28 who does wrap up. That's Marcus Morris. Finally in on the tackle. And a timeout on the field taken with 2:39 left to go here in the first half. Moore leading Yukon by a score of 26-14. We'll remind everybody that the Weoki halftime show, again, we will have highlights for you coming your way. Also some a look at the numbers as well. But we will not have a band performance this evening, as the weather has dictated so that we will not have that. And coming up at halftime, the Weoki halftime show will have the highlights, stats, coaches, and of course the Weoki Kick for Cash. So make sure you're here for that. We had a young lady who drilled it through last week, won the $500 gift that the good folks from Weoki are so generous to provide us. Plus, it's entertaining. And we've seen some great kicks over the couple of years that Weoki has been with us, and we're glad to have them as one of our primary partners. All right, after the timeout, new set of downs, 1st and 10 for the Millers. From their own 32. Straight up the middle, breaking tackles and into the end zone. Made it look easy. Cameron Farmer. Wow, a burst up the middle. And he goes the distance and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. A run like that, you got to credit the offensive line, because he burst through there almost seemingly untouched. Once again, the swinging gate formation on the extra point attempt. Now they're going to line up for what would appear to be a traditional extra point kick. Fisher's have to hustle and get underneath. Kick is away, it is up, and it is good. So Yukon answers back with a touchdown, and now the score stands at 26-21. Watch this blocking up front. Look at the hole that is created there. I mean, nobody touches him. He did not get touched into the end zone. Dean, that was a great run.
Yeah, excellent run. I mean, just a little zigging and zagging, but other than that, didn't get touched and goes into the end zone for another Yukon touchdown.
So 26-21 our score. And what appears to be a shootout that we're going to have here. Be curious to see what type of adjustments are made by both teams. in this second half, as the offenses have kind of dictated the way this game is going to be played. And in so doing, really in different type ways that they've been able to do it. We've seen a couple of touchdown passes, but mostly we've seen a lot of the running game from both sides tonight. Those numbers that Andy Casey is working on right now should be very interesting at the halftime. Cody Watson back in to kick it off. Go ahead, Deon. Here's the kick. Good deep kick. Goes out of the end zone, so the Lions will get it at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 with 2:33 left to go here in this first half of play.
And it looked like for the Moore offense, they kind of loosened up that Yukon defense with that passing attack with that first 2 touchdowns to Gardner, number 6. And then after that, they've had a couple of more running lanes, and they've taken full advantage of it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the half. See that 2-minute offense and see how Highshaw can operate it.
Neither quarterback has had much trouble operating the offense so far this evening. We already have 47 total points on the board. With more to come. Running play. Nope, going to keep it himself, then loft the pass downfield. And what a nice catch. That is toe tips. Reaching down and getting the reception. And we've called his name a lot already tonight. Brandon Gerard with a nice catch.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think if Highshaw puts that ball in the right placement, I think Gerard is still running right now. Pretty much the similar play that he scored on the last 2 touchdowns. It picks up a big chunk of yards, but had an opportunity for a lot more, Steve.
So from their own 42-yard line now, Highshaw takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking to throw, coming near side. Defender falls down. The reception is made there by Dylan Millette.
And I tell you right now, Steve, I'm literally on the 20-yard line, and I got a perfect view of that pass. That's an excellent 7 route that Highshaw throw, puts it in the proper place, and gives his wide receiver an opportunity to haul it in.
Just couldn't keep his self in bounds, otherwise he'd have walked in for a touchdown. Just under 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Lions on the march once again. Handoff up the middle, big yardage once again. Getting in and going to the end zone is Gardner. No flags in the play.
What did I say, Steve? Feed the beast.
Wow. What a performance so far by both offenses, but maybe a little more surprised with what Moore has been able to do tonight in so many different ways, with the passing game, the power run game, the speed run game. A bunch of guys are having a big night already here this evening. And on that particular play, Jace Gardner getting into the end zone. Now they're going to line up for their own 2-point conversion as Highshaw rolls it to the right, then throws towards the corner of the end zone, and it's complete. Caught there by Gerard. So give them 2 more points. And with a minute 49 left to go here in the first half, the Lions now leading it by a score of 34-21.
That was a great job by Highshaw, sticking in there, delivering the pass, and taking the hit at the same time.
Watching the replay of Gardner. And again, Deon, he was not touched. That offensive line is opening up just gaping holes up the middle and getting into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it was also great vision by him, especially when he got into the open field, seeing that he had a blocker over here to the outside and just rolling out and letting them use it as a pick play and getting into the end zone.
So Lions getting coached up here as they want to make sure that that's all the scoring that happens here in the rest of this first half. They've got a 13-point advantage, but Yukon has shown the ability to go right down the field as well.
It's going to be interesting to see how Yukon goes about doing that, because you just saw for more in those 2-minute offense, you want to pass the ball just in case it's an incompletion. It stops the time. With Yukon, primarily a run team, it's going to be interesting to see how they get it done.
Kick is away, short side of the field. Fair catch taken once again at about the 21-yard line, and that's where the Yukon Millers will put it back in play. All right, you're defensive whiz down there, Mr. Amade. What if you're the coaches, what do you tell your guys at halftime, both of them, because the offenses are running this game so far?
Well, I mean, it's going to be different messages for opposite sides. For more, I'm going to tell my defense, hey, we have to be able to tackle and wrap up. We're going to load some more guys inside the box to stop this run, but we have to be able to bring down the ball carrier when they come and attack. On the other side for Yukon, it's a message for that secondary is, hey, we know that this offense is prolific in running the ball and passing. You guys are going to have to tackle in the open field.
All right, Yukon with the football. Fake the pitch, dive play up the middle. And the ball came loose, and I believe Moore got it, but the ball was in the air.
That was a great hit by the Moore Lions defense. He put his shoulder pad right on the football, and it pops right out, and number 21 is able to catch it in the midair, and it's Moore Lions defense with the turnover, and their offense is going to take over here on about the 24-yard line.
So another great opportunity for the Moore Lions. They still have 1:43 remaining. They have 2 timeouts left as well. See what the play call is here as Highshaw moves his defense around. And they didn't call a timeout. It's going to be a penalty against a Moore Lions false start.
Dead ball. Snap infraction on the center. Still. First down. First and 15.
And even if they didn't false start, Steve, I think the play clock was going to run at them right there. They still had a guy in motion. The play clock was already down to 4 seconds. So either way, I think they would have gotten the flag there.
All right. So now a first and 15 for the Lions. As Highshaw turns and gives to Gardner. Jumps outside. Gardner with another great move, gets it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. He is fun to watch.
He certainly is, and the good news for the Moore Lions is with that first down, the clock will stop so they can reset the chains. So they got a little bit of time here to put on a play.
So the clock restarts with 1:20 remaining here in the half. Lions knocking on the door, trying to get to the 40-point mark, and here the Highshaw is taken down to the backfield. A flag comes down from the referee, and his early indication is holding against the Lions. They're going to go backwards the other way.
And that's just a good defensive play by the Yukon defensive line. Excellent penetration, causing the offensive line to have to hold them, or else he's going to tackle that.
On the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
He's going to tackle the ball carrier in the backfield. So either way, it would have been a tackle for loss or a penalty for them. So good job trying to see if this Yukon defense can make a defensive stand here.
We'll send a tight end out to the right side. Big number 89 going that way, Alex Baxter. That's Gerard in motion. He's already had a big night. Highshaw dropping the throw. They got one-on-one coverage here at the bottom of the screen. That could have been a hold, and it's going to be a hold. That was right there in front of you, Dion.
Yeah, it happened right here. It looked looked like a nice little double move route, trying to break off to the outside for the corner route. Gets in the way, and he knows that this one's going for 6. Honestly, as a former defensive back, that's a good play by the cornerback there. If you can't get in front of that wide receiver and stop the touchdown, you got to do whatever you can, because 15 yards is better than 6 points.
Yards, half the distance between the goal line. Replay, first down.
There you heard the explanation from our referee tonight. So half the distance to the goal line will put the ball at the Yukon 12-yard line. New set of downs, first down. Still really first and goal. And a timeout is going to be taken by Yukon with 1:05. They want to make sure that they have everything in order to prevent Moore from putting 40 points on the board on them in the first half.
Yeah, it's very important for Yukon on this drive that they try and get a stop somehow, some way. Maybe stop them to maybe only get 3 points, because if they go into halftime with a 20-point lead, and with the way they're running the football and doing whatever they want on offense, this game could be out of hand.
Hey, don't forget, coming up at halftime, it's the Weoki Halftime Show. We'll have the highlights and stats. We'll interview the coaches and, of course, the Weoki Kick for Cash. Stay with us for the Weoki Halftime Show right here on YurView. All the action tonight brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. And we have seen, I don't know that I expected an offensive shootout. We knew that Yukon liked to move the ball in a methodic kind of ground and pound. We saw that Moore put up a lot of points last week, even though they lost to Westmore. But man, 55 points, and we may not be done yet already here in the first half. First and goal from the Yukon 12-yard line. Motion to the near side as Highshaw looks in trouble, finally throws, and it's intercepted in the end zone. I think he just wanted to get away so he could kneel down, but he ended up coming out of the end zone. He was tackled there at about the 3-yard line. And I think that's where the line of scrimmage is going to be.
And that is just unfortunate for the Moore Lions, but a great defensive stop for Yukon. Good job by the linebacker getting inside the zone, turning around, and getting in the line of sight.
Picked off there by number 18. That's Napoleon Briggs. So Yukon will take over with 59 seconds remaining. It's a dangerous situation for Yukon. You really can't have any mistakes down here. You certainly can't give the ball up. Put a man in motion, go with the safest thing they know, and that's a fullback blast up the middle. 19-yard pickup, 18 yards on the play. As once again, they hand it off inside, and that is Mr. Farmer, who's having himself a big night. And it looks like we've got an issue of cramps for one of the Yukon players. We saw some of that last week in what's called week 1. We also saw it the week before in the 0-week games. So hopefully we're getting out of that Oklahoma summer heat here, as fall is not too far away. We hope so, at least.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, Steve, here on the field, I mean, we were worried about the weather as far as some of these storms coming in and, you know, stopping the process of the game, but it feels great right now on the field. I mean, perfect football weather. You know how they say when it's cold and in November or December, this is football weather. No. This right here, Steve, this is football weather.
I could take it a little chillier, a little cooler out there would be nice.
Beggars can't be choosers, Steve.
You're right there. You're right there. There's a good look at Brad Hill. He's the head coach for the Moore Lions. And we take another look to the north and to the northeast at the moment. Another look at the crowd here at Moore School Stadium. The homestanding Lions in their traditional blue uniforms. We pan around and we get a look at a great facility. Made so many improvements here, and of course home to 3 different schools. including Westmore and Southmore. It looked like Farmer's just having a hard time getting to his feet. Tries to stretch it out. Farmer's had a big night carrying the football. Had a nice gain on that particular play. Farmer on the evening. 10 carries, 93 yards. So look at some of the Lions up close there. You get a good look at the Adrian Jacobs, number 69. And right next to him, number 32, Cole Karn. First and 10 for the Millers. Davis, handoff, fullback, straight up the middle. Nothing going there. Inside handoff that time going to number 22, Nate Rutter. We have not seen Bakari Slaughter return to the lineup for Yukon as he limped off earlier. Another running play. Oh, the ball pops loose, and Moore picks it up in stride, and that is going to be a touchdown. The Lions, Jaden West, right place, right time, picks it out of the air and takes it in for the touchdown.
And that was just an excellent play on defense by the linebacker, wrapping up the ball carrier and ripping it out just like they teach you to do. And it pops up in the air, and luckily enough, for number 23, he's at the right place, just like you said, Steve.
It looked like he rolled out and it hit his foot, the tackler's foot. Number 19 on the play, Jake Cordova. There might have been some question if we had instant replay as to whether or not the ball carrier was actually down, and I don't think he was. We might take another look at that. But that's not the way it's ruled on the field, as they put 3 seconds back on the clock. The touchdown makes it 40-21 in favor of Moore. Now the extra point attempt. Snap back, ball down. This kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. So the Lions extend their lead now, on top, leading it by a score of 41-21. It was a strange, bizarre-looking play. There it is once again as we watch the replay. You can see him ripping the ball out. There's the knee down. The ball is, I don't know, he has his back towards us. And as he rolls, the tackler on the play, number 22, or no, the ball carrier on the play, it goes off of his foot and then just goes up 10, 15 feet in the air and lands right in the hands there of Jaden West, and West takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You sure this isn't a play where we need instant replay, Steve?
Well, it's I'm looking at it, and it would be something that they would question, no doubt about that.
In your opinion, since you're the replay judge right now, was the ball carrier's knee or elbow down?
I can't overturn the call that I saw on the field. There's not enough evidentiary evidence, if that's a phrase.
So the play stands?
The play stands.
All right.
Put me to the task tonight, Dion.
I mean, we should charge for that as well, you know,
yeah.
being instant replay guys.
That was, when you see it, you'll see it was a bit bizarre. They ripped it out, and as he's going to the ground, it ends up being kicked straight up into the air. And then West is there to take it in, and then into the end zone for the touchdown. 41-21, and we'll have one play before the end of the half. And then the Weoki halftime show. Wow. We've seen a month's worth of offense in this contest so far. Reminded that last week between Broken Arrow and Union, there was no score at halftime. So final snap of the half. Yukon will take a knee, and they're very happy to get this first half over with, I assure you. While the Moore Lions, they're going to trot to the halftime locker room. They have to be full of energy because they put on quite a display offensively and then defensively right at the very end on a fumble return that's kicked straight up in the air and ends up in Jaden West's hands, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Thus our halftime score, Moore leading it over Yukon by a score of 41-21. So great first half here. And right now we've got Brad Hill making his way over to talk to Dion Amate. Let's go down on the sidelines to Dion.
Coach, a strong first half from your guys there. What did you think about the performance?
I think we're playing hard. They're a good football team. It's been a fun game, and it's going to be fun in the second half, too. They're playing hard. We finally got a big play defensively. Jaden got the big play on the fumble there that helped us out because it's back and forth. And, you know, they're a good football team. Like I told you at the beginning, they're very physical. We just got to keep on executing on offense.
So what's the message there at halftime?
Stay in shape, stay physical, keep going. Because, I mean, you can see they've got a really good offense as well, and we're going to have to keep on plugging and being physical on offense for ourselves as well.
Good luck with the rest of the game, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, Brad Hill, the Moore Lions, they are on top here at the halftime intermission as the Lions make their way to the locker room. You can see there's some smiles on the faces, but coaches will also remind them this game is by no means over, and you can hear that in the tone that was relayed to Dion by head coach Brad Hill. Let's go back down on the field, and standing by once again, Dion Amate.
Guys, we are here for the Weoki Kick for Cash. Matthew Manzano, how do you feel, my man?
I'm feeling pretty confident, honestly, yeah.
You can see the check right there, $500 on the line. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it going then. Let's get it going. Now, guys, you know how I like to do this. It's all about the shoes, okay? He's got the Nike cleats on. They're light gray. I think they're going to get it done for him. Now, he's got the white socks on. I don't know if that's the technique. I don't know if that's the advice, but it looks good right now. They're getting set up. They're taking their time. Don't worry, guys. We don't got all day. The weather's coming in. Going in for the kick. Oh, and it's so low. It comes off the side of the foot. Matthew, my man, come back. Come back, Matthew. Come back. Matthew, what happened, man? Talk us through it.
I actually tore my meniscus last week. Nah, I'm just playing. I mean, I didn't do it. I mean, it is what it is.
It happens to the best of us. Well, Chris Sackett is here. $50 for your attempt. Thanks for participating. And guys, if you want to try and go for the $500 for the Weoki Kick for Cash, you know who to talk to. My man Chris Sackett right there. $500 every week. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thank you very much. Our Weoki halftime show continues. When we return, we'll take a look at some of the highlights and also the halftime numbers here on YurView. It's score 41-21. More on top of Yukon. We'll take a timeout, come back with more of the Weoki halftime.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Weoki Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Weoki Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox, bringing us closer.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group in Guthrie.
John Vance Auto Group.
Often the first exposure to the illicit use of a medication comes from someone finding that medication in a family member's home. If you've been prescribed a medication that's potentially hazardous, you need to keep it locked up and away from your other family members. Safe storage of medications is my prescription for change.
The best place to tailgate is at Louie's Grill and Bar. Football season is here, and Louie's is ready for you before the game, after
after the game or even during the game. We have all your favorites and tons of TVs. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood. Come relax at Louie's on the Lake. We're cooking up all your favorites and serving them with ice-cold drinks and the city's best sunsets. And when the sun goes down, Lake Hefner only gets better. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back to the Ryoki halftime show. Our score at the intermission, Moore leading Yukon 41-21. Cheerleaders are out on the field, so let's join them for their demonstration. Nice job by the Moore cheerleaders there as they performed for you during our Ryoki halftime show. I want to remind everybody also that Cox Communications, the largest private telecom company in America, has launched Grand Stories. Grand Stories is an initiative to bring grandparents closer to their grandkids by teaching them how to make stronger connections with the people in their lives who matter most.
Since her grandma's been gone, we don't see that much of each other.
I want Cody to know who I am. 할머니 나 이거 언제 배워줘 그러면서 내가 손녀를 볼 때마다 핸드폰만 보고 있어요. 손녀는
Select profile picture.
How's this? Have you taken a selfie before?
No.
Oh, okay.
손이 떨리고 마음이 떨려서 아무것도 안 돼.
I want to teach you how to do the video part.
Okay.
You're going to click on that.
Now I start.
Oh, well, I got half of me.
Good?
Yeah.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi, Cody. Cut in.
I worked up enough nerve to ask her if she would dance with me.
오늘은 김치를 만들 겁니다. This is my mahjong class that I'm doing today.
I love you so much. I can't wait to talk to you and hear from you soon.
Wow. Love it.
Broadband connectivity is most powerful when it creates a human connection, and Cox is helping to bridge generational communication gaps by inspiring grandparents to explore where their grandkids live on social media. For more Grand Stories, visit cox.com/Grand Stories. Our halftime score has the Moore Lions on top of the Yukon Millers by a score of 41-21. We'll take a timeout during our Ryoki halftime show. We'll take a look at some of the numbers and also some of the highlights of a very exciting first half here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stay with us.
The Ford Game of the Week is the best in Oklahoma, and it's live on YurView, Cox Channel 3. Thursday night, the Moore Lions and the Norman Tigers meet again. These old rivals always put on a great show. Watch for more as Daniel Highshaw Jr., he's a Kansas commit, and Norman's Kate Horton committed to OU. The Lions and Tigers get together in Norman. Watch for more in Norman Thursday night at 7 live on YurView, Cox Channel 3. Kick off your Thursday night with the Ford Game of the Week. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. The Ford Game of the Week is the best in Oklahoma, and it's live on YurView, Cox Channel 3. Friday night, the Edmond Santa Fe Wolves go to Harv Collins Field to play the Norman North Timberwolves. These teams are itching to make playoff runs in 2019. The fans will be howling when the Wolves and Timberwolves hook it up Friday night. It's Edmond Santa Fe and Norman North Friday night at 7 live on YurView, Cox Channel 3. Start your Friday night with the Ford Game of the Week. Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
The right connection can open a world of curiosity for your child. With Cox, families that have a K-12 student and receive government assistance could qualify for low-cost home internet with Wi-Fi. That means more learning and more achieving. Qualify now. It's time to connect with Cox.
Nelson has Cox Internet, Cox Video, and Cox IP-Centrix phone system. We are a connected company. Literally every part of what we do is now connected. And Cox Business Systems has helped bring it all together under one rooftop, from the phone systems to the internet. Every part of what we do is all now talking to each other in a way like it never has before. Cox Business Systems have been a winning combination.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Back, everybody, to our Weoki halftime show. As our score stands, the Moore Lions on top of the Yukon Millers. They're leading it by a score of 41-21. Well, we got a lot of highlights for you. Obviously, 62 points scored in that first half. Let's see how we got a number of those points on the board as we take a look at our halftime highlights. Very first play from scrimmage. Moore Lions get the pass there from Daniel Highshaw. He gets it to Brandon Gerard, and Gerard is off to the races. 80 yards, touchdown. Lions go on top early. Yukon is able to answer back as they get the handoff coming to the near side of the field. That goes to Caden Hernandez. Hernandez gets into the end zone, and they are able to get the two-point conversion and then take it in for the score to take the lead at that point in time, 8-6. And another pass going once again to Gerard for the Lions. And Gerard, who's already had a big first half, continues there. That was a 68-yard touchdown, and then here's a handoff to Makari Slaughter. Slaughter gets into the end zone for the Millers, and these two teams are going back and forth in a great duel. Daniel Highshaw up the middle. Look at that hole. He runs right through it and then right through the defense. 20-yard touchdown on the play, and Moore leads it by a score of 18-14. And then Lions again, this is Jace Gardner, and Gardner's going to take it in from 19 yards out as they keep the lead at 26-14. Here's the inside handoff for number 23. That's Cameron Farmer. Farmer finds the end zone, and another touchdown for the Yukon Millers. 26-21, and Gardner once again taking the handoff. He's just running by everybody, goes untouched into the end zone, 33 yards for another Lion score. And we still weren't done. Here's the fumble that gets kicked up in the air and lands right in the hands of Jaden West. And West is going to take it into the end zone to wrap up the scoring in a wild first half that has the Moore Lions leading the Yukon Millers here at the intermission by a score of 41-21. I do believe earlier that might have been a full moon, but maybe some of the clouds are covering up part of that right now. As I check radar, and everybody around here is. It is watching and keeping track of the weather. It looks like we may get lucky and have it stay just north of us for the most part. We probably will get some of the residual rainfall, but nonetheless, we'll keep an eye on it for you as we continue to bring you the best in high school football on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Moore 41, Yukon 21. We'll take a timeout. Be right back.
Great times, hard work, and memories happen with your car. Before your next adventure, treat your car to a Charlie's Car Wash. Every wash includes our industry-best pre-wash. After your state-of-the-art wash, enjoy our free self-serve vacuums. Or let us provide a fast inside cleaning while you wait. With over 45 years of vehicle cleaning experience, we'll get your car clean, inside and out. Charlie's Car Wash, 5857 Northwest Expressway, War Acres.
Broken air conditioner? That could be a $4,400 bill you weren't expecting. Fridge on the fritz? That could cost you $2,500. Get the First American Home Warranty Plan. And when a covered item breaks, call or click. That's it. And we'll repair or replace it for you. We have plans that cover air conditioning, most appliances, plus heating, plumbing, electrical systems, and much more. Plans start as low as $25 a month. Why let a major system or appliance breakdown bust your budget or go through the hassle of trying to find trustworthy service people?
More than our money's worth.
You save a lot of money.
It's a big savings.
Last year alone, we saved our customers over $140 million. Don't wait until it's too late. You're stuck with a huge repair bill.
If you don't have First American warranty, get it.
Call 1-800-579-8761 for a free no-obligation quote.
Attention farm workers and groundskeepers. A popular weed killer contains glyphosate, a chemical now classified as a probable carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Workers exposed to this weed killer on the job may be at a higher risk for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. If you or someone you know was exposed and diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call Sokolov Law, 1-800-292-3580 for a free legal consultation. That's 1-800-292-3580. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
At the beginning of the new millennium, high school football in Oklahoma was bigger than ever. With record-setting crowds, legendary coaches, and national media attention, the Union Redskins were fiercely competitive, and their defense relied upon their undersized yet tenacious defensive end, Chris Barnes.
Watson and Sotai dotting the I, and this is Sotai. Nowhere to go, he reverses his field. Tackled in the backfield. A huge play for Union. That's Chris Barnes.
I can't stand to dog any play. I mean, I've got pretty good athletic ability.
The 6'3", 215-pound Barnes had a nose for the football and was the ultimate team player. In his senior season, he had 10 sacks and made the All-State team under head coach Bill Blankenship.
That was a very special team. Anybody who's played for Bill Blankenship knows what I'm talking about. We won as a team and we lost as a team. So really taking that mindset through my life has been really good at not focusing so much on myself.
Besides the values and memories he gained from his high school playing days, Barnes was forever impacted by some of the injuries he sustained. But those injuries helped guide him to find his true passion and meaning in life.
I mean, everybody who plays football long enough pretty much gets injured, but I had a really bad hip flexor injury that had me limping for almost a month. And that's how I met my mentor, Dr. Michael Peterson, who in 5 minutes was able to release that hip, and I was able to sprint within moments, where before that I could barely walk. And in that moment, I knew I wanted to be a chiropractor.
Despite the injuries and pain, Barnes still pursued his dream of playing college football. After 2 years at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, Barnes walked on to the University of Tulsa football team in 2004 to realize his dream, but the injuries just kept mounting for Chris.
Chris was the consummate team player, a guy that wanted to do whatever he could to help the team win a game. By the time I got to the University of Tulsa, I could barely wash my hair. I could barely, push a garage door opener.
At the end of his playing career, Barnes already knew that he wanted to be a chiropractor. He began his career interning for his mentor, Dr. Peterson, in Tulsa, before attending the Cleveland Chiropractic College in Kansas City.
I remember going, this is what I want to do. I know what it's like to be in pain. I want to know what it's like to help people on the other side of it.
One of his patients ended up being someone who had helped Dr. Barnes deeply in the past, his former college coach, Steve Cragthorpe.
I have some health challenges. I have Parkinson's. I was diagnosed 8 years ago, and I knew that Chris was a cutting-edge guy. And so I actually just Googled Chris when I got back, and
was able to get a hold of him, and he's been tremendous with me, not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental and emotional and spiritual standpoint. He's the consummate doctor.
It's just an honor for me to be able to give him a small gesture of payback for how he treated me.
Dr. Barnes lives in Tulsa and has 4 children, including 1-year-old triplet boys. He owns his own chiropractic firm, Tensegrity Chiropractic, and believes that some changes may need to be made to football.
There needs to be more research into exactly how bad a mind can be damaged. I don't know if I'll ever let them play football. We'll cross that road when we get there.
His job may be to heal the broken athletes like he once was, but Dr. Barnes still holds his playing career dear to his heart.
I will be a Redskin for life. My children may not go there, but I will be a Redskin for life. That program shaped so much of who I am as an adult now, and really honestly taught me how to be a team player.
The games, the people, the memories.
All right, welcome back, and hope you enjoyed that here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, the Ford Flashback. We're going to take a timeout with more on top of Yukon 41-21.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is free, last name is dumb.
Drive a new Ford Expedition today with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
At McCaleb Homes, on the surface you see winding roads and historically inspired homes, but we invite you to look deeper. McCaleb Homes Town Square is resort-style living at home. The Residence Club has a fully equipped fitness center, a great room with kitchen and outdoor living and cooking spaces. The Rec Center features gaming for kids and adults alike. Relax in the resort-style Infinity Edge pool. The kids will also love the playground. Step into a more relaxed season of life. McCaleb Homes. Love where you live.
State-of-the-art design. Our most advanced suspension system ever. Available third row. And intelligent voice control.
Hey, Mercedes. Change lighting to soft blue.
The 2020 GLE. It's the luxury SUV completely reimagined. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
Often the first exposure to the illicit use of a medication comes from someone finding that medication in a family member's home. If you've been prescribed a medication that's potentially hazardous, you need to keep it locked up and away from your other family members. Safe storage of medications is my prescription for change.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your Weoki halftime show. And here at the half, our score stands at 4 leading Yukon by a score of 41-21. There's a look at your halftime numbers. You can see that rushing yards obviously belonging to Yukon as they rushed for 248 yards in that first half. Didn't have any passing yards. And then the Moore Lions, they did it both ways offensively. 177 yards on the ground, 197 yards through the air. First down, the advantage goes to Yukon as they had 12, Moore had 9. And in turnovers, Yukon committed 2 turnovers and 1 against the Moore Lions. 41-21, that puts a wrap on your Weoki halftime show. We're just about ready to get underway with second half action. It'll be the Moore Lions kicking off to the Yukon Millers. Thanks for joining us tonight on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. See what kind of adjustments the coaches made at halftime. High onside type kick means no return yards, as the fair catch is called there by number 34, Carson Creech. The Millers will put it in play. They say it's going to go right at the 20-yard line. Both teams moving the ball very well in that first half. We'll see if both will be able to continue that way. As we get ready for second half action. Millers with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Slaughter is back in the lineup, number 37 for Yukon. Good to see him return because he left midway through that second quarter and kind of limped off. So apparently he is no worse for wear. That's a good sign for the Yukon Millers.
Trying the ball at the 22-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Ball 22, Yukon.
So a 2-yard gain in the first down play. Amade back with me here as we are all set for second half action. See what the Millers run here on 2nd and 8. Put Slaughter in motion. He takes the pitch. Far side, he's got that great speed. He always has his shoulders down. He's never really an upright runner unless he's in the open field, and he doesn't look very big, but boy, he can sure deliver the hit too.
Yeah, and another person who can deliver the hit is Cordova. He's been doing a good job on those outside pitches as the safety player, coming down unblocked and making the play in the open field.
Next play, handoff straight up the middle. Forward progress is going to give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and the line of scrimmage will be the 31-yard line.
Stop made by the interior line of the Lions.
So new set of downs for Yukon. Opening drive of the second half. Moore on top, leading it by a score of 41-21.
Yeah, and just a great job at the end of the half right there to put on some more points and make this a big lead, big cushion they can play with to see how Yukon decides to answer back after halftime.
Play action pass going to go up top, has a receiver, it's just beyond his fingertips. Again open, but unable to make connection, intended there for Caden Hernandez.
Yeah, that's the second time this evening that Davis has had an open wide receiver, and I think both times it's been Hernandez, and he's overthrown him, thrown him every time.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Just underway, started early tonight due to the possibility of some severe weather. Radar showing that most of that is staying to the north of us, at least for the time being. Pitch coming to the near side of the field. Hernandez once again stops, makes a would-be tackler miss, and then dives forward and gets enough for the first down. Nice run by number 21, Caden Hernandez.
And that was a good job by Hernandez. Instead of running out of bounds, seeing that everybody over pursued, cutting it back and getting a couple of more yardage, taking down a tackler, picking up some more yards for this Yukon offense.
1st and 10 from their own 42. Slaughter in motion, takes the pitch to the right side. Has good vision, and again, instead of the defense delivering the hit, looked like Slaughter delivered that one, and it actually has one of the more players slow to get up.
Yeah, and it looks like it's number 19, Cordova, that's slow to reach his feet. Guy that the safety that I was talking about earlier, that was coming downhill and doing a good job being aggressive on those outside pitch plays.
So Cordova is going to stop the clock, and both teams are going to retreat to their sidelines. Not sure what the injury is, but he doesn't want to stand up right away. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue with more of our coverage. More on top of Yukon. They lead at 41-21 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Well, it's Saturday night and I just got paid. My heart say go, go. Have time 'cause it's Saturday night. Now I feel it
Drive the new Ford Ranger today with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 total savings. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Are you ready to love where you live? Discover the communities of Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Charming historic architecture takes you back to a simpler time, yet with all the modern amenities. These walkable communities in Edmond are designed so you can get to know your neighbors the old-fashioned way. Our Residence Club features a state-of-the-art fitness studio and indoor and outdoor party spaces. Come see and feel the vintage craftsmanship at the communities of Town Square. You'll love where you live.
Full moon in the evening tonight. Second and short for Yukon, straight up the middle. They'll get the necessary yardage for the first down. And the only thing you could say, you know, when you run a flex bone or the options that Yukon runs, is you can't ever get too far behind because you're not designed to score very quickly. And sometimes you do because you get a great run and a great block up the middle. We've seen that a couple times tonight, but you know, right now trailing by 20, they want to score here and they don't want to get any further behind.
And it hurts them even more because of the fact of the matter is we've seen 2 pass plays from them and they failed to get those completed, and those could have been big touchdowns for them.
Already 3 first downs on this drive, and here comes the pitch to the near side of the field. And a big hit right there coming up from secondary spot. I believe that was number 7. That's Rodney Fick, number 2. It was Evan Biederman.
Now it looks like it was Daniel Highshaw, the quarterback, coming in and making the big tackle.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it looks like he replaced Cordova in that safety position.
Man can do it all.
Can't argue that.
They did get 2 on the carry before Highshaw made the tackle. Option to the right side. This is Slaughter. He's got a lot of running room out there. Spins and twists, and he's got first down yardage as he gets inside the 35-yard line.
And just a good job by him as he comes up a little hobbled, but a nice spin move in the open field to make Highshaw miss and get the first down.
And he's only a sophomore. Imagine what he's going to be like in a couple of years.
I remember 2 or 3 years ago we were saying the same thing about Daniel Highshaw.
You are correct. Give up the middle, not too much room there. On the carry, the fullback, Landon Donahoe. He's kind of like the change of pace. You always have to watch the quarterback keeper, the pitch. But boy, when they surprise you and you're not waiting for it, that quick blast up the middle by the fullback, catch the defense, look in other places, and turn something simple into a big game.
And it's like what we talked about in the first half. It happened so quickly.
Little play designed to draw the defense offside did not work this time. Davis sends Slaughter in motion, now drops the throw. Looking downfield, good coverage this time. And a flag comes out as though there was pass interference on the play intended out there for Caden Hernandez.
I don't know about that one. It looked like he overthrew everybody.
May have been held before the ball was actually thrown downfield. I'm like you, he didn't appear to be that wide open.
You can see the Moore Lions head coach, Coach Brad Hill, saying the same thing we're saying. That's like that wave motion over your head. That's the players and the coaching staff telling you that's uncatchable. I tend to agree with him.
So 1st and 10, the call now for Yukon. Loses the football, picks it back up, or did he? Still loose apparently, but he is able to fall on it. Actually, that's number 22, Donahoe, that came up with the loose football, and maybe a little confusion there in the exchange.
And this Yukon team has had a tough time holding on to the football. You can see just exchange from the quarterback to the center, and he doesn't get it cleanly. Luckily enough, Yukon's able to fall back on the football.
Good awareness by Donahoe right there in your picture. Second down now and 12. Play clock at 5. Motion. Give up the middle. And again, picking up good yardage, probably another 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Slot number 2, Daniel Highshaw.
Highshaw coming up and making the tackle from that safety position.
Yeah, and you really don't like to see your quarterback coming downhill and making tackles like that, but he's a defensive player as well.
Yeah, that signal right there tells you he's got a little shoulder issue right now. He's trying to play through. It's not good when he's also your quarterback. Slaughter. A good tackle on the far side of the field, right near the first down marker. And we've got 2 players down on this particular play, both for Yukon. Actually, number 32 for Moore. That's Cole Karn. And we'll identify the Yukon player when we come back. 41-21 our score. Yukon threatening on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Weoki's Kick for Cash is back for its 8th year, and we want high school students to kick for cash. Weoki has given away over $20,000 to Oklahoma City area students. Look for the Weoki Money Booth at your high school and register to Kick for Cash during the Ford Game of the Week. High school students can win $500 from Weoki just for kicking an extra point. High school students, don't miss Weoki's Kick for Cash.
Nelson has Cox Internet, Cox Video, and Cox IP-Centrics phone system. We are a connected company. Literally every part of what we do is now connected. And Cox Business Systems has helped bring it all together under one rooftop, from the phone systems to the internet. Every part of what we do is all now talking to each other in a way like it never has before. Cox Business Systems have been a winning combination.
Welcome back, everybody. Not really any progress. Both injured players still down on the field being tended to. And in one case, it may be cramps, but they're looking at the Yukon player. And, I never want to guess what might be happening on the field when it comes to anything involving medical situation. So I'll just leave it at that. As you can see, both players still down. Lions have the best of it, leading by a score of 41-21. We talked about big games of the week. This was really pretty much the only Thursday game. As you can see, the Moore player making it to his feet. Cole Karn slow to get up. The Yukon player still down.
Injured player for Moore, number 32, Cole Karn.
And I don't have a number or can't identify who it is for Yukon. There's assistant coach Bill Dalkey on that Moore staff. And while we're watching the medical staff pay attention to the injured Yukon player, we'll remind you, coming up this week on YurView's high school football recruiting podcast called Over the Middle. It's like one of the greatest high school rivalries, not just in the state, but in the country. It's none other than Jenks and Union right here in Oklahoma, and it's coming up this Friday. Jeremy is joined by Bob Prisbillo of Rivals.com and Mike Ziegenhorn of YurView as they preview this historic high school matchup. Plus, guys are also going to hit Oklahoma Sooner recruiting and the class of 2020. All that and more on this week's episode of Over the Middle podcast. You can check it out at YurView.com. Well, there's a good look at the night skies. And both teams, for the most part, have taken a knee in regards to the injured player for the Yukon Millers, as he is still down on that far side, and you certainly hope and pray that it's nothing too very serious. We'll take a timeout. will continue as he looks to try to struggle to get to his feet, but we'll be right back here in just a bit.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group in Guthrie.
John Vance Auto Group.
As Oklahomans, we know all too well what storm season means. Hail and high winds can come fast and out of nowhere. With a legacy of professionalism, superior work, and honesty, Salazar is the most trusted name in roofing. We'll take a look at the damage and provide you with a free estimate. Then you can be confident knowing your home will be secure. At Salazar, our family is committed to taking care of Oklahoma. Salazar, a name you can trust.
You know what you're doing to me, baby. Your love's a lot like gravy, yes it is. I just can't get enough of your sweet stuff. Next in line.
Welcome back, everybody. There you can see the injured player is Colton Finney. He did walk off under his own power. That's always a great sign to see. And we get back to the action here as the running play to the near side of the field, getting inside about the 12-yard line or so. Farmer, the ball carrier, on the play. This is still the first possession of the half, is it not?
I believe so.
They've been marching it down. We've already played 7.5 minutes. Yukon very methodical in their approach. Not really any big plays, a couple of 12, 13-yarders here and there. They want to get in the end zone. They'll pitch it to Slaughter. Looks for the hole, cuts it back towards the middle and into the end zone for the touchdown.
And just like that, 6 points for Yukon. Good job by Slaughter finding the hole and getting up the field. Looks like the Yukon Millers trying to figure out what they're going to do for this extra point attempt.
Right now they trail by 14. They're going to try to just add on the single extra point with the kick. Upcoming there by Cody Watson. Snap back in good shape. Kick is away and it is up and it is through. So Yukon takes the opening kick of the second half, uses 7.5 minutes plus to get the touchdown, and they're now within 13 as they trail the Moore Lions by a score of 41-28. Take a look.
Take another look at the replay. Another pitch play to the outside by Slaughter. You see great blocking over there by Hernandez, number 21, and he finds the cutback lane, gets up the field, and takes it into the end zone.
That was a great block, doing a good job. And obviously in the game of football, no matter how good a running back you are, if you don't have those big guys or your fellow running backs blocking for you, you're not going to get a whole lot done. So obviously tonight the Yukon Millers are doing a real fine job of moving the football on the ground, and that all starts up front.
Exactly, and the thing that you learn the more you're involved with this game, and it's not about what that one player is doing with the ball, it's about what the other 10 are doing without the ball. And right there, Hernandez shows you just what one of those players can affect the game can do.
So now Yukon is set to kick it away. Gerard is one of the deep men. We've already seen him twice and his explosiveness. This is going to travel into the end zone and out the back end, and that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line where the Lions will put it in play. 1st and 10, their first possession of the second half with 4:21 to go.
Yeah, it's going to be important for the Moore Lions, especially coming out of halftime offensively, to answer back and not let this become a closer ball game than it should be.
So let's see how the Lions want to play it. They've shown, obviously, they could put 41 points on the board in the first half. What an explosive offense they have. Led by the quarterback, Daniel Highshaw.
For the Lions, ball 20-yard line.
First down play, given the backfield. That one took a while to develop, a little too long. Running back there, Jace Gardner. Nowhere to go. Joe Wythen in the tackle, number 14 for Yukon.
Yeah, and he did a great job. That was a good job of getting some penetration in the backfield and just making a tackle for loss.
Lost about a yard on the play. See what they call up, dial up here on second down and long. Highshaw going to roll it to the right side, looks downfield, has a receiver. Nice job with the footwork by Gerard on the near side. That's going to be enough for a first down. He put that throw right on the money.
Yeah, and what an excellent pass. On the move, moving to his right, and still throws a perfect corner rack. Take another look at it. Look, on the move, throws the ball, and it's almost like a flick of the wrist by Highshaw, and he puts it in the perfect spot for Gerard to come down with that pass and a first down.
Certainly did put it right on the money. Running play, Gardner straight ahead. We'll get about 4.
Number 11, Jace Gardner.
And with the passing attack of Highshaw and the running of Gerard, it doesn't seem like Yukon is going to have any success stopping this offense tonight. They have been very effective.
So the line of scrimmage now, the 48-yard line. Lions moving the ball downfield, owning a 13-point lead over Yukon. Yukon doing a lot of shuffling up front on that defensive line as Highshaw this time is going to roll left. Looking downfield. That one is complete on the far side as they hook up over there with number 4, and that is Dylan Millett.
And just another excellent pass on the move by Highshaw, this time moving to his left. You see him rotate his body and then execute the pass. That's exactly how they teach it. Textbook right there. Another great completion and another first down for the Lions.
Inside of Yukon territory now from the Miller 42-yard line. Jet sweep coming near side, and that time the Yukon defense is there to take the challenge on, and they drop Gerard in the backfield. Short loss on the play.
Number 4, Christian Burke. Number 94 is Dylan Hawkins. Ball inside.
We had 62 points in the first half. We have 7 so far here in this third quarter.
A lot of points being scored in this week 2 ball game. This offense is executing perfectly.
Handoff up the middle. That went nowhere.
And you could see that was a zone read play right there. And Highshaw saw the right read and was trying to pull the ball away from Gerard, but he would not let it go. I think they had a better shot if Highshaw was able to pull that ball. It looked like he had one player to make miss, that being Wyatt over here coming from his linebacker spot. But I think he could have handled him in the open field and maybe picked up a big chunk of yards.
So third down and 12 now. Play clock down to 1. They do just barely get it off in time. Highshaw throws and incomplete. He was hurried on that play, trying to hook up with Gerard, but unable to get enough time to deliver the football, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation.
And it looked like the wide receivers on this right-hand side were trying to run a crossing route, but they got mixed up, and there was a bunch of DBs in that area. And Highshaw, running out of time as he was running off to his right-hand side, just decides to throw it in no man's land and eat the down.
Taking care of the punting duties for the Moore Lions, number 14 is Kelton Walker. They're in Yukon territory. Would like to try to pin them deep in their territory. Moore gets a great bounce all the way inside the 5-yard line, and a great job of coverage there by number 20. That's Kurion Walker, who downs it inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, and you can see both of his teammates there arguing because number 4 had ran down there to about the 1 to try to scoop that ball up. But I think it's a smart decision by number 20, who makes the play down there, Walker, to pick it up where it was, because that ball had some speed on it. There's no telling how that thing's going to bounce.
Don't forget, tomorrow night, Ford Game of the Week presents the Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl. This year they're meeting at Union Tuttle Stadium. Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl is always a fun time. And what will the Trojans and Redskins come up with this year? Join us tomorrow night to find out. Game time for the Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl, 7 p.m. on YurView Channel 3. You got the assignment on that one too?
I don't believe I get to cover the Backyard Bowl this year.
Pass play for Yukon. Got plenty of time, throwing deep. As a receiver, Slaughter is out there, but unable to make the catch. 3 defenders were also back there, and it seemed like those 2 receivers were a little too close to each other.
And it was a great job by the coaching staff to make that adjustment. Send Slaughter out there for the pass, because it looks like right now that's the only person that Davis can't out-throw. He's able to get into the area code of the ball this time, but he throws it to the wrong side of the field, and Slaughter can't come over there to make the grab.
37, Makari Slaughter has been the go-to guy tonight. Lined up in the slot. Motion. Give to the fullback up the middle, looking to get some running room for his mates. He'll pick up about 6 on the carry. And that will be the end of our 3rd quarter. So we've played 3 here at Moore School Stadium, and the homestanding Moore Lions have the lead on top of Yukon by 41-28 here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Great times, hard work, and memories happen with your car. Before your next adventure, treat your car to a Charlie's Car Wash. Every wash includes our industry-best pre-wash. After your state-of-the-art wash, enjoy our free self-serve vacuums, or let us provide a fast inside cleaning while you wait. With over 45 years of vehicle cleaning experience, we'll get your car clean, inside and out. Charlie's Car Wash, 5857 Northwest Expressway, War Acres.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Student section enjoying the game right now. Of course, if that's the Yukon side, maybe they're not enjoying it quite the same way that Moore is enjoying it. And again, the rain and storms getting closer towards Oklahoma City, still looking as though right now it may stay to the north of us, but they've got some activity out west in the Clinton area, but we should be done before that makes it this way and this far. Started the 4th quarter with the Moore Lions leading Yukon 41-28. Miller's with the football. And a straight handoff goes nowhere, stuck at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up a 4th down situation. That's going to be a tough call right here for head coach Jeremy Reed. Still a lot of time to play.
Good penetration. First man in the pile, number 63, Devion Dunlap. 5'11" senior, and they're making his presence felt.
Number 63 up front for the Moore Lions, Mr. Dunlap. Going for it, trying to get to the far side and making it. That's a big call. And a big, big first down for the Yukon Millers.
And those A-backs, okay, number 21 Hernandez and number 37 Slaughter, they do a great job of blocking for each other, especially on those pitch plays. They're not bigger guys, so all they got to do is, you know, push a guy a certain way or show that A-back where the leverage is, and he cuts off their backside. Just great job by both of those guys.
Looking to throw down the middle of the field, and again has the receiver. Receiver has his man beaten. But the pass just too far out in front.
I thought that referee was about to reach in his back pocket and throw a flag right there. I was about to say, come on, my man. Let the defensive backs play.
You D-backs are always the same way.
I'm not biased at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So they made the 4th down conversion on the play previous. That pass incomplete brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Millers. Pitch coming to the near side of the field. That's Slaughter. Again, he's going to get across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Big collision there, and Slaughter's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he takes a hard hit.
He left the game, probably missed the final, I don't know, 8 minutes or so of that second quarter. Made his way back into the lineup, but he is down on the field right now, and the Moore Lions taking a knee right here.
That was made with number 5, Jacob McLaughlin, and number 32, Cole Carr.
So the Moore Lions opportunity here to get coached up a little bit more and try to figure out how they're going to get a stop here against this Yukon offense. And hopefully they get the ball back and are able to pad their lead. Next Friday, our game of the week. We'll have a doubleheader for you. The Edmond Santa Fe Wolves will be in Norman to take on the Norman North Timberwolves. That game's going to be on YurView Channel 3. Then on Channel 93, the Verdigris Cardinals will be hosting the Stillwell Indians. Game time, 7 p.m. for Edmond Santa Fe and Norman North on Channel 3, and for Stillwell and Verdigris on Channel 93. The Wolves against the Timberwolves. Who wins that fight? Don't know.
Yeah, that's a
What's the difference between a wolf and a timber wolf?
Well, that's easy, Steve. Okay, the wolf, he's just a wolf. I mean, we all know wolves.
Okay.
You know, lone wolf.
This better be good.
You know, riding with the wolf. You know, what's that other book? What's that? You know the book that I'm talking about. You know, back in the day.
Yeah. Mike Davis knows, I'm sure.
What's the?
Call of the Wild.
Yeah, that one. And then a timber wolf is just a wolf with a timber. You see what I'm saying there?
So he's got like a branch in his mouth as he fights?
Yeah. He's just a timber. You know what I'm saying? Like timber.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's the difference between the two.
You lost me on that one.
You learn something new every day, huh?
Call of the Wild, though. It's good pull there by Andy Casey, our stat man.
Yeah. Y'all follow me out there.
It takes a while, but I'm sure there's a lot of people lighting up social media right now. Sure, you know, Dion, man, he knows what's going on, whether it's old school or, you know, something new. And
they always say that they walk in the streets. No, I walk by and be like, "How y'all doing?" And he's like, "That Dion guy's wise beyond his years. Wise beyond his years."
So it's kind of like it's me and Andy up here in the booth against you. It's the old guys trying to fend off you young warriors out there, and we just have to use our sensei.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
And I study during the off season, so I can stay up there.
All right, we're going to take a timeout here, and hopefully we'll have a good report for you on the injured running back, Mr. Slaughter, for Yukon when we return with more on top, leading at 41-28.
The Ford Game of the Week is the best in Oklahoma, and it's live on YurView, Cox Channel 93. Friday night, the Verdigris Cardinals will host the Stillwell Indians in Verdigris. 4A Stillwell and 3A Verdigris will be tuning up for district play. And it's homecoming under the Friday night lights in Verdigris. It's Stillwell and Verdigris Friday night at 7, live on YurView, Cox Channel 93. Kick off your Friday night with the Ford Game of the Week. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. The Ford Game of the Week is the best in Oklahoma, and it's live on YurView, Cox Channel 3. Friday night, the Edmond Santa Fe Wolves go to Harv Collins Field to play the Norman North Timberwolves. These teams are itching to make playoff runs in 2019. The fans will be howling when the Wolves and Timberwolves hook it up Friday night. It's Edmond Santa Fe and Norman North Friday night at 7 live on YurView, Cox Channel 3. Start your Friday night with the Ford Game of the Week. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. We're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, the medical transport unit has made its way onto the field. Makari Slaughter, the injured player for Yukon. And your hope here is always that it's a precautionary measure that they're taking. And, you know, unfortunately, that's just one of the things that comes along with the sport of football. You hate to see it at any level, but especially, you know, when you're still talking about essentially just kids out there playing a rough and tumble game. And you can see both teams from Moore, from Yukon, kind of gathered round as the professional medical unit here is making sure to take the necessary precautions. 41-28 is our score. The Moore Lions came out of the gate quickly, scored on the very first play from scrimmage in this contest here this evening. And then the two teams have sort of traded back and forth, but Moore has had the best of it to this point, leading by a score of 41-28.
Yeah, and both teams having success running the ball. Feels like the difference has been the fact that, you know, this Moore Lions team has had some success through the air as well as been able to run the football. So that's why you kind of see them with a little lead as we progress through the game.
Okay, we're going to step aside once again and play for you one of our look back during our Friday night games that we've been bringing you for all the years. It's called our Ford Flashback.
The year was 1988. The Owasso Rams were just 3-7, but they were still a must-watch squad thanks to their football equivalent of the Swiss Army knife, Aaron Goins.
For Owasso, who else is there? There's 5 guys that really Rogers has to stop. The running back, defensive back, place kicker, guy who does it all for him is Aaron Goins, number 22.
In the final game of his high school career, Goins had no need for a seat on the bench. Playing in the venerable Skelly Stadium on the campus of the University of Tulsa, Goins placed all of his talents on display as he and his Owasso teammates battled the Will Rogers Ropers.
The first turnover of the game has resulted in a Rogers comeback, but look out. There's Aaron Goins. Earlier, the 48-yard pass play. Goins on the sweep.
Oh, what a move. What a move.
He was just a phenomenal athlete. He had like 4.4 speed. I think he was about 6'2", maybe 190-ish. And but he ran more like a guy who was maybe 215, 220 as far as he was really, really strong. And one of the unusual things about him is that he kicked a 50-yard field goal at TU in a game that we broadcast. And you have to remember that the college goalposts in college stadiums are more narrow than the high school.
Yes, sir. 50 yards for Aaron Goins.
In pregame, I was hitting them from pretty far out, so Coach thought, well, we would try.
Passing, rushing, receiving, and kicking. At the end of the 1988 season, Goins had accounted for 109 of Owasso's 133 total points.
A great athlete, obviously, multi-sport, all-state player. One of the greatest players to probably come out of Owasso.
Well, I played football, baseball, basketball.
Goins chose professional baseball, After being drafted by the Cincinnati Reds in the second round of the 1989 Major League Baseball draft.
Went to play baseball, broke my foot when I was down there. Came back, returned the following year. Just decided it just wasn't for me. I didn't love baseball like I did football and basketball, actually.
With his athletic exploits in the rearview mirror, Goins returned to Northeast Oklahoma. He began an insurance career with Macklemore Insurance and joined many other ex-athletes as a member of the Tulsa Fire Department.
There's a ton of athletes on the fire department. Some professional athletes that played professional baseball, been in the big leagues.
As a 2010 inductee to the Owasso Athletic Hall of Fame, he was joined by his older brother Brent in 2017. And today, his nephew Trey is a wide receiver on the 2019 Rams football squad.
Touchdown, Rams! Trey Goins!
However, Aaron's daughters, Parker and Kyler, developed their soccer abilities as Union High School athletes. Today, they continue their careers as teammates at the University of Arkansas.
You know, my kids went to Union, so I kind of get the best of both worlds. If it benefits me, I'm a Union guy. If it's not, I'm a Owasso guy. So.
Beyond his personal achievements, it's the relationships established during those years in Owasso that have had a lasting impact on his life.
I think we're a different group of guys. We all still hang out together. Scooter Hall, Keith Bird, Mark Patterson. We're all still real tight, still talk, almost on a daily basis. So I think 30 years after graduating with these guys are still, my best friends.
The games, the people, the memories.
Yeah, there's a look at your forward flashback, Mr. Aaron Goins from Owasso back in 1988. As you can see here at Moore School Stadium, the medical staff is still taking a look at Makari Slaughter, and we'll have more information on that as soon as we find out ourselves and relay that on to you. Right now, it's Moore on top of Yukon, leading it by a score of 41-28 here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with $8,000 total savings plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
At McCaleb Homes, on the surface you see winding roads and historically inspired homes, but we invite you to look deeper. McCaleb Homes Town Square is resort-style living at home. The Residence Club has a fully equipped fitness center, a great room with kitchen and outdoor living and cooking spaces. The rec center features gaming for kids and adults alike. Relax in the resort-style Infinity Edge pool. The kids will also love the playground. Step into a more relaxed season of life. McCaleb Homes. Love where you live.
At Cox Business, you get more than just a field technician. You get someone who's committed to your business every step of the way. You deserve more, and you can expect more from Cox Business. Switch today.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, the scene here at Moore School Stadium, both the Moore players and the Yukon players right now are kneeling. Thoughts and prayers for the injured Makari Slaughter, who went down. It didn't seem like much, or the hit wasn't that vicious at the particular time, but as we all know, sometimes it just happens the wrong way and you land in the wrong angle or whatever. But nonetheless, the medical staff is giving him all the necessary treatment and also precaution, and you have to hope that that's what it is. It ends up being something that is not serious and will be just some precautionary measures as they tend to the injured Yukon Miller on the field, Makari Slaughter. We mentioned some of the other big matchups that are going on this week in high school football, and the #1 matchup that we saw, according to the Oklahoman, as you can see now, the players are standing by and cheering as they are putting Mr. Slaughter inside the medical emergency vehicle, where he will be transferred and then get the necessary attention from the medical staff that they have here on the sidelines at Moore School Stadium. But nonetheless, the #1 game of the week was decided at Del City and Carl Albert. Carl Albert in that game, as I mentioned at the top, right now has won 37 consecutive games. A couple of state championships obviously in that streak. And they are taking on #3 rated Del City, who is playing in 6A2 this year. Del City off to a 1-0 start, as is Carl Albert. The #2 game of the week is Owasso at Broken Arrow. The #3 game of the week is the game that we'll have for you tomorrow night here on the Cox Channel and YurView. That'll be Jenks taking on Tulsa Union. Here you can see the emergency medical vehicle. We'll have the ambulance waiting for him once they get him to the outer parking lot here at Moore School Stadium. And right now what we do know is that he is in the best hands that he could possibly be. So again, all of our thoughts and prayers and well wishes going to Makari Slaughter. Now you have the tough task as a coach to try to get your kids fired up again and go out there and play as hard as they possibly can. You can't put something like that behind you when you've seen it. It's one of your own comrades. It's one of your fellow teammates. It could be your best friend. And to ask them to go out there and do that certainly is a very tough task. But they will soldier on, so to speak. And with 10:43 left to go in our football game, Moore has the best of it, leading by a score of 41-28. They'll give both teams probably a 3-minute warm-up period to get everybody loose again after the long delay due to the injury.
Yeah, you can see even the referees are stretching it out down there.
And we will continue. And again, the coaches having to kind of reignite their team, their kids, and even themselves, their coaches. You see something like that happen. And
sorry about the young man who was injured.
Here we go as Yukon will have the football, looking at a 3rd down and 4 situation. So big play really here for Yukon to try to come up with the necessary yardage for the 1st down. Cameron Farmer is the tailback right now in the formation for Yukon. Play clock is down to 5. Davis takes the snap. Running play off the left side, lost it, had the 1st down yardage. Looks like they got it back, however. And it still will be Yukon football, as I believe #6 was there. Colton DeKinder on the recovery. It was enough for the 1st down.
We can take a look at the replay right here. Number 28 for the Lions comes in. That's Marcus Morris, and knocks that ball loose there to finish off the tackle.
It was a nice pass to the near sideline, caught, and then out of bounds, but a good enough play for a 1st down, and that was a well-thrown ball there that time.
Yeah, it looked like #1 Isaiah Butler was able to run underneath that one as he comes in and replaces Slaughter. Big chunk of yards, and probably and if I can remember correctly, the 1st completion of the game for Yukon.
I think you're right. They've had a couple that nearly clicked, but that one was the 1st one that actually they were able to haul in. Here's a pitch to the far side. It's Butler, again with the carry, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards. Get it down to the 36-yard line in Moore territory.
Number 64.
Lions number 64 there, Cruz Garrett in on the tackle. Handoff straight ahead, not much there. Good job on the Lion defensive front.
Yeah,
the guys arriving there first, Austin Gross, number 29.
Stop number 29, Austin Gross. The ball at the 35-yard line.
Yukon has owned the football most of this second half. They led it 41-21 at halftime. And they have the only 7 points of this half, and now a break away up the middle. Handoff there going to Farmer, and he's got another first down.
Luckily enough for the Lions, he's tripped up by Walker coming from his cornerback position.
Walker. The ball at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10.
Take a look at the replay, just another fullback dive, trying to get to the outside and just a shoestring tackle.
There's a pitch to the near side, and Farmer going to get it inside the 10-yard line.
I believe that's Hernandez that's coming on the outside there.
So Hernandez, who had a big first half, adding to his numbers as we go under 8 minutes left to play. Yukon knocking on the door. Option to the left. Keeper by Davis.
Number 11 ball carrier.
He did well to get the yardage that he got.
Yeah, you can still see this more Lions defense still ripping at the ball, trying to create some more turnovers. As a defensive coordinator, you gotta like to see that from your ball club.
7-yard line. Second down.
Yukon trying to draw more offsides. Nearly did, but not to the officiating crew's judgment. Handoff straight up the middle and straight into the end zone.
22.
Landon Donahoe gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Millers.
And just a play they've been executing good all night. This time Donahoe goes up the middle with a strong run and finishes it off with the Yukon touchdown.
So that gets them back within a one-score deficit as they try to hurry some players on for the extra point. Right now trailing by 7. We'd like to get that to within 6. The snap is back, kick is on the way, it is good. So with 7:15 left to go in regulation time, the Moore Lions now leading Yukon by a score of 41-35. Here's a look at the last play, Dion.
Yeah, take a look. Just another B-back dive up the middle. And number 22 for the Yukon Millers finishes it off. Landon Donahoe.
Report any suspicious activity by calling 405-793-5161.
So 7:15 left to go in regulation. Moore on top. And credit Yukon with the obvious adjustments that they made. They trailed 41-21 at halftime. So you could say in effect that they've won this second half so far 14-0.
Yeah, they certainly have. And they brought it down to a one-possession game. We've got a little bit of a ball game on our hands here, Steve.
So we'll see how this one plays out.
For the Lions, far side, number 6 is Brandon Gerard.
Taking care of the kicking duties as he has all night long is Cody Watson. He showed the big leg several times, putting it all the way into the end zone for the automatic touchback.
Looks like the ball falls off the tee right there, and they go down there and set it back up, see if they can try this again.
Watson with the approach, drives it high, and that'll go into the end zone. And the automatic touchback will bring it out to the 20-yard line. So now the Moore Lions, they'd like to score again, but if they don't, they'd certainly like to eat a lot of this clock up. But they have been a big play offense all night long. Daniel Highshaw has had a huge game. Then, of course, he's hooked up several times with the wide receiver, Brandon Garrard.
And I tell you, I've been impressed with a lot of these athletes here tonight, but the one that I can say I've been thoroughly impressed with was the kicker, number 3, Cody Watson, the senior, 6'4", 167 pounds. He's just been kicking that ball a lot of hang time and so far into the end zone.
Whistle blows. And we've got an illegal procedure call against Moore.
Flag on the play. Ball start. Goal.
And this is going to tell a lot about this Moore Lions team. I mean, right now you put yourself in a little bit of a predicament. You're only ahead 6 points, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Offensively, you have to go down here and put some points on the board to keep this lead at what it is or to sustain this victory.
So now 1st and 15 for the Lions. Good look at Highshaw. Dropping, wants to throw. Looking. Little swing pass out of the backfield. Pass is complete there to Dylan Millette.
Pass completed to number 4.
Not much gain on the play.
Yeah, they tried to do a little drag route coming across the middle of the field. Highshaw, I think he makes a bad decision and continues to pass this ball.
Second down.
But unfortunately, he does catch it, and it would have been better off an incomplete pass because they lose a couple of yards on this. And whole drive, they've been working themselves backwards.
2nd down and 18, and another flag comes out, but this is going to be encroachment against Yukon.
Flag on the play. Offside against Yukon.
So that'll get them 5 yards back. Instead of 2nd and 18, now 2nd and 13.
2nd down, 13.
Clock running, 6:20 left to play. Lions come to the line of scrimmage, 8 on the play clock. Highshaw takes the snap and drops. Looking downfield, little corner route, and a great defensive play. Coming back and making the play and getting a hand on the ball was Isaiah Butler.
And that's a nice play by Butler, doing a good job on the 5-yard out, just sticking his foot in the ground and diving back to make the play. Look at this. Full extension, full effort. I love to see it, Butler.
So now a huge 3rd down coming up for both squads. Incomplete pass, clock stopped, 6:05 to play.
And you could see they were going for that corner route previously, and it's a smash route combination with a corner route and a 5-yard out on the back side, on the same side here. Let's see what they go for this time.
Highshaw going to keep it on the quarterback draw, running towards the near side, makes a nice move, and if he stayed in bounds, he's got enough for the 1st down, and he does.
You know what to do. You know what time it is. If you need a play, call on number 2. Deuce, that is.
Highshaw with a nice run. That little hesitation, watch him, and then he really kicks in the afterburners here.
Yeah, check out, switching the ball to the outside arm. Smart play by the veteran quarterback, and just great blocking up the field, finds an alley and gets it to the 1st down.
2 set of downs, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Highshaw, keeper up the middle. They'll pick up about 2 yards. Yukon not only making sure they get the tackle, but also tackling the football.
Yeah, stripping at that ball, trying to create a turnover, trying to create another opportunity for their offense. And this is a good drive right now for the Lions. They need to take a page out of Yukon's playbook, try to get some 1st downs, milk this clock, and keep that offense on the bench because they are hot right now. They need to let their defense rest up and get some 1st downs.
Highshaw drops the throw over the middle, has Garrard, look out, he's got the big time speed and already 2 touchdowns in the night. Breaks a couple of tackles, still loose, he's gonna score, no, he's gonna be stopped just inside the 2-yard line. What a combination these two have been all night.
What a run by number 6, Garrard, breaking tackles and refusing to go down. We mentioned that he's all of 145 pounds, but he ran like he was 220 right there. Check out the replay. The same route they've been doing all day, that quick slant. He gets over a nice stiff arm to the opposite side corner, runs through an arm tackle right there, and is off to the races.
Nate Hahn with a touchdown and maybe, for the time being, a game-saving tackle as he broke 2 tackles. Shows that great speed once again. From the 2-yard line, 1st and goal for the Lions. Highshaw takes the snap, and Highshaw gets into the end zone for the touchdown. What a 1-2 punch they've been tonight.
It truly have been. I told you, when you need a play, call on number 2, because he's been getting it done for you all night.
Safe to say deuces are wild tonight?
Deuces are wild, baby.
He's had
just a great way to answer back. They put themselves in a situation here where the pressure was on. They were only up by 6. This offense was getting steam and was hot at the moment, but they do a good job of answering back. Tough situation, like 3rd and 15, and they convert and they drive down the field and get a touchdown.
He was 18 of 24, 276 yards, 3 touchdowns last week. Picked up an additional 58 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns. And he's made even better on the show tonight. Now he's just going to trot into the end zone for the conversion. And the Moore Lions now increase their lead to 14 as they're on top 49-35. Still 4:07 left to play. Take a look again at the extra point here. Highshaw takes it and gets into the end zone. They were saying maybe a fumble on the play, but that did not hold up with the officiating crew here tonight. He's had a big football game tonight. Talking with Coach Hill before the contest, he had to come out because he lost a helmet on a play last week. The backup quarterback comes in, ended up throwing an interception on the play, and they really felt like that was a big turning point in the contest as they fell to Westmore 44-35. Well, right now, they are looking to even up their record at 1-1 on the season. They have a 14-point advantage with 4:07 left to play.
Carson Creech, near side.
Great football game here tonight. As always, all the guys involved with the crew here for YurView and the Cox channel doing a great job getting us some of those uptight shots, the slow motion replays that we're able to get and bring to you high school football at its best here in the great state of Oklahoma. Soto, actually this time one of the other players puts a foot into it. He did not call for a fair catch and sort of pays the price for that. They'll have good field position. They're spotted at about the 37-yard line, and Yukon will put it in play with 4:02 remaining. Gianamade has made it his way down. He'll rejoin us in just a bit as he'll get down on the sidelines and get the eagle's eye view.
Spot the ball at the
former defensive back. He knows what goes on in late situations like this, how to defend it, how to play it best. Yukon coming out, trailing by 14 with 4:02 to play. Their quarterback has been quite good tonight as well, Mr. Levi Davis. Running play, Butler left side. Has plenty of running room, first down yardage and more. He's able to get close to 20 yards on the play before he's finally run out of bounds there by number 20, Curion Walker. Good thing Well, actually, they have the clock continuing to roll. Thought maybe he got out of bounds, but the clock continues to run. Again, a non-district game. The early thought in the day was if the weather does get bad, they don't necessarily have to finish this game since it wouldn't have any bearing on district standings and therefore playoff berths later in the season. Here's a running play again for Yukon and breaking free and getting into the secondary and more. That's number 21, Hernandez. What a night he has had. As Yukon's probably close to 350, maybe 400 yards rushing on the night. He gets it all the way down inside the 20-yard line, and they're going to spot him dead right on the 15. New set of downs, 1st and 10 for Yukon. Not much time has gone off the clock as it continues to run. Now with 3 minutes remaining. Late substitution getting in there. 9 on the play clock. Levi Davis under center. Takes the snap. Little jet sweep around the corner. Gets inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Hernandez again picks up 2 in the play. Over 450 yards rushing tonight for Yukon. And yet they're losing. Play action pass. Looking to the corner, now tucking and running with it. Banging his way inside the 10-yard line down to the 6 is Levi Davis. And the clock continues to run before they get the next snap off. It'll be very close to the 2-minute mark of this 4th quarter. Handoff inside. Given there to Donahoe, the fullback. And now that'll give them a 1st and goal situation. The ball is going to be spotted at the 5-yard line. They must have opted to go for a running clock because of the impending weather. Pitch to the right side, trying to get to the corner and into the end zone. Does not quite make the end zone. Gets it to the 1, perhaps inside of the 1. Does Hernandez, and now a late flag comes out. So now they will stop the clock with 1:29 left to go. Good football game, plenty of action. And one of the more Lions down on the play. Personal foul is going to be called against Yukon. Not sure that I caught exactly what happened on that play, but it seemed like it was after the play. Like
offense number 21, he is disqualified.
So he has been DQ'd from the contest, apparently kicking the more Lion player there. And I'm guessing that would be the recipient of the kick, Alex Baxter, number 89. So Hernandez has been removed from the contest. Instead of being at the 1-yard line, they move him back now to the 16-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and goal from the 16. And now the clock begins to run once again as we have a live clock with 1:20 to play. Exciting, hard-fought football game here this evening at Moore School Stadium. Play pass going over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. Nice defensive play there by the Lion, Jake Cordova. As he read that one, the pass looked like it was going to be there. You can see that Davis is saying, I didn't put enough air underneath it. As Cordova reads it, trying to hook up there with number 8, Colton Finney. Pass is incomplete. Clock stopped, 1:06 to play. Here's a look at Mr. Finney. See what they come up with next. Trying to run it to the left, and now flags come flying from every which direction.
Davis with the ball.
Davis, the ball carrier.
Stop was made by number 69, Deidre Jacobs. Face mask for the penalty against the Lions.
Face mask is going to be called against the Moore Lions. Moore next week will be in action as they play at Norman. Norman Tigers are the highest rated team on the west side of the state currently. Student fans have had a good time here tonight. Minute 2 left to go in the contest. Dropping is Davis, now dropping the football. It comes loose. It almost looked like his arms were tied up and he was trying to pitch it back to one of the running backs. He could not successfully do that, lost possession. Moore gets it, and that really should put the icing on the cake for the Moore Lions. As coming up with the football there was number 28, Marcus Morris. You can see the ball is loose. Morris is wanting it. Also in there was number 64, Cruz Garrett. But it is Morris who comes away with the football to seemingly lock this one up for the Moore Lions, who will win their first game of the year. They lost in a tough one last week against Westmore. So Dion, it looks like the Moore Lions are going to move and even their record to 1-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, now have your attention, please. Due to the fact that we now have lightning in the area, we will not allow anyone on the field. We're going to get the players off the field immediately and get them inside.
So the public address announcer is saying that after this game is over, there is lightning in the area. They will not allow anybody on the field. It is going to be a quick evacuation, almost as if they're saying, let's get out of here now, as Highshaw keeps the football. Will run it to the right side. Another flag comes in. But if there is lightning in the area, with the score given the way it is and who has possession, you would almost think that they would just say, okay, let's end it right now. It is a face mask penalty against the Yukon Millers.
Personal foul. Defense. First down.
So a lot of times you'll see after the game, the team surrounds the coach. The coach gives a little speech. The group of parents is off to the side. And, you know, they're not going to have that tonight, they say. So I imagine we probably won't even get much of a chance for a post-game interview. Dion is down there on the sidelines for a possible interview. To wrap it up, you can see that some of the jerseys that are loose fitting on some of the guys, and even the young lady out there distributing the water on the field for the officials, that the wind has picked up. And so it seems imminent that some of that weather is going to make its way here into the South Oklahoma City Moore area. 48 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Handoff right side. Still on his feet, still running, breaking loose down the sideline. Is he going to go the distance? He is tackled at the 5-yard line. Another great run by Jace Gardner. Hadn't done much in the last couple of series. He had a big first half, and that's a big run that he almost took all the way. Gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. And they've restarted the clock now with 33 seconds left. They have not restarted the play clock just yet. And let's see if they don't start it. They don't start it yet, so they really don't have to run a play, and it looks as though they won't. They're coming to the sidelines. Brad Hill, the coach, is taking off his headset, and it looks as though this game is complete because they never did start the play clock, and that's going to do it. Our final score here tonight, the Moore Lions victorious as they get the win over Yukon by a final of 49-35. Dion, has the wind picked up down there in the field some? I can't hear Dion, so apparently so. There's the two head coaches, Jeremy Reed, Brad Hill. Of course, secondary to the victory for Moore is the health of Bakari Slaughter, who went out and was transported by the medical team on one of those carts to a waiting ambulance. And again, we hope that all is well with him and he'll make a speedy recovery from whatever that injury may have been. So a good one here tonight, an offensive showdown, no doubt. 49-35, our final score, as the Lions move their record to 1-1 on the season, and Mustang falls to 1-2.
Bandits Flying has been giving you fast service for over 30 years.
Players of the game tonight will be our quarterback that we saw tonight, Highshaw, the quarterback, and number 6, Brandon Gerard. They teamed up for a couple of touchdowns here tonight. And what a performance, really, by both teams, putting a total of 84 points on the board, but Moore having the better of it this evening as they're able to put 49 points on the board tonight. And
we're going to have to do it within 10 minutes. So please do that.
Daniel Highshaw making his way over. He's right there with Mr. Gerard, and they're going to be our guys that are recognized as having the play of the game. And they're lining that up right now as we speak. So congratulations to the Moore Lions on getting the win tonight by a score final once again of 49-35. Everybody is clearing the field. They made the public address announcement a little while ago that they will not allow people on the field after the game. Here's our very first play from scrimmage. Highshaw to Gerard.
Number 6, Brandon Gerard. Touchdown, Lions.
Got my coach standing with me right now.
Go ahead, Dion, continue.
So, Coach, how was the performance from your guys today?
And I thought it was a fight all night long. They would score, we would score. It was, you know, all the way down to the very last minutes of the game. It was exciting. So it was good to see our kids compete. That's a good football team over there, and a physical football team. And you know, I thought our kids answered and kept answering. Our defense got a couple big stops when they needed it, and came out on top tonight, and that feels good.
So going forward to the season, just what are you going to take from this game on?
Oh man, we faced a great passing attack last week in Westmore. We faced a great rushing attack this week in Yukon, and you know, moving forward, that'll help get us ready for district. Next week we've got Norman, who can run and throw. So you know, we're just trying to get better each week as we head into district.
Well, good luck with the rest of the season, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Yes, BJ.
All right, Brad Hill,
2-6.
our winning coach here this evening, as again they win it by a final score of 49-35. And there's your players of the game. Dion is standing by to talk with the two guys that made it all happen tonight for the Moore Lions. And Dion, you got both of them with you right there. Take it away.
Well, we called their names all game long. I got my man Deuce right here, BG right here. We going with nicknames right now. So guys, how do you feel about your performance?
I think we did pretty good. I mean, we left a couple things out in the field, a couple drives that we could have did a lot better, scored a little bit more points, but for the most part we did good. We took care of our bodies this week. Last week we was cramping up a lot. This week it was real nice.
BG, how do you feel about your performance?
I feel like I did really good. But I'm staying humble though. We could have done a lot of things better. Like I could have done blocking better, open the field up for my guys, but I do think that we all left it on the field tonight.
So what did you see on those pass places that saw your man open? What was the key to getting him the ball?
Just my reads. Just go through my progressions, you know. If some of the concepts we have, he's the first read I got, so if I see him wide open, I'm going to get him the ball.
So the speed was there tonight, my man. Is it going to be there all season for your quarterback?
It will be there all season, I promise.
Well, thank you guys, and you are players of the game. Back to you, Steve. Let's get out of this weather.
All right, sounds good. We will get out of this weather. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get ready to wrap it up here tonight as the Moore Lions are victorious. They defeat the Yukon Millers by a score of 49-35. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Game Time on YurView has been brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Airco, the company you know. Tulsa Tech, for your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. And by Weoki Credit Union. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Oklahoma is not just a state, it's a state of mind. Weoki Federal Credit Union understands what it means to be an Oklahoman. We help the Bennett family lower their auto loan payment by $227 each month. We remove the burden of an 18% loan and provided them with a loan rate they can afford. With a little extra money each month, we helped an Oklahoma family do something important. Smile. Weoki Federal Credit Union. We are here for Oklahoma.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with $8,000 total savings plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Billy Sims makes dinner fast and easy. How, you ask? By using our online ordering tool. Choose from our menu and we'll get your order completed right away. We've been smoking your choices on site for 14 hours, so it's ready when you are. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero. Billy Sims makes dinner fast and easy. How, you ask? By using our online ordering tool. Choose from our menu and we'll get your order completed right away. We've been smoking your choices on site for 14 hours, so it's ready when you are. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero.
Welcome back to your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. There you see our final score tonight. The Moore Lions are victorious by a final of 49-35 over the Yukon Millers. And we'll take a look at our Cox play of the game. Happened to be one of those defensive touchdowns that maybe turn things around in a contest. You see it so often, and we saw it here tonight. And the young man who was the beneficiary as the ball goes into the air, practically kicked into the air. Jaden West is there to recover it, and he takes it into the end zone. Saw Bob Stoops sitting there in the back of the end zone as well. Watching the play tonight here as we continue, and there's another look at it. Ball is up there in the air, and there goes Jaden West. That was near the end of the first half of play as the Moore Lions go on and win it by a final score of 49-35. Congratulations to Brad Hill. And that is your Cox play of the game here tonight. And the next thing that we're going to look at is a look at some of the numbers, the stats that we have for this evening's contest, as there were a lot of them. Both teams able to move the football all night long. Yukon primarily on the ground. They had probably close to 450 yards rushing in the evening. And then, of course, the Moore Lions showing that they can move it through the air, on the ground, as they just came up with a great game plan tonight, and the execution was also very, very good as they were able to win it. And don't forget, tomorrow night, the Ford Game of the Week presents the Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl. This year, they're going to meet up at Union Tuttle Stadium. Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl is always a great contest, and we wonder tomorrow what the Trojans and the Redskins will come up with this year. Join us tomorrow night to find out. Game time for the Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl, 7 p.m. on YurView Channel 3. For the entire crew here this evening, from my partner Dion Amade, for Mike Davis, and all the guys and gals that make it possible for us to bring you high school football, whether it's a Thursday or a Friday night, it's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. I'm Steve Marshall, and we'll see you next week, everybody. So long.